Oh wow. What they do with everybody's biddies? Yeah. What about people who have thousands of biddies? Death not streaming tonight?
No.
He's not gonna be able to.
It's been in the chat.
Oh.
Cue the name tags going in.
Hey.
Come on, name tag. Oh, you can do it. Come on, name tag.
Give it a
There we
second.
go.
I'm lagging and I know it. I'm lagging and I know it.
Oh.
Yo, I just wanna be going ham, getting kill feeds. But when I'm on a streak, lag compensation's always poning me. Yeah, my bandwidth is balls. I even pay extra for.
I'm gonna knock you out for that fucking thing you put up there in the scroller.
Sorry, just the brightness has been off, and I'm like, now it's too dark. Where I can never get this shit right. That's why I'm not a lighting artist or anything. I at least passed the class.
Am I having a seizure? No,
Yes.
but Oni has told me on more than one occasion when I'm trying to do a read or a plug, am I having a stroke? So, yes. So you can see
The
me
answer
there.
is maybe.
The answer's a
Maybe.
definite maybe. Welcome, everybody. This is Lagging Out Live, and we're your famous, infamous band of idiots. To my right, she is the, I would say, even the duct tape of Lagging Out, because she brings us all together. Please welcome Blacklight Oni.
Especially when you're worried that somebody's trying to mess with her.
Below me, underneath me, because he's always underneath me,
Blow you?
the beautifully bearded bastard. You know him as Hero the IT guy. Please welcome Hero.
You almost called him
There's that-
soda, you know it.
There's
God
that
damn
stroke
it, man.
popping again.
I mean, I'm obviously
And-
sexier.
And he is the only host that runs at 60 frames a second. It looks like he's in a Star Wars spinoff. Please welcome Soda.
I would argue the multiverse of madness.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Doctor, you know, there is a Doctor Strange, and then there is Soda who plays Doctor Creepy.
I'll take
Out
that.
of all the doctors, all the creepy doctors, you just went with Dr. Creepy. Couldn't
Yeah.
go with Dr. Moreau, Dr. Jekyll. Couldn't go with Dr. Oh wait, no, it's Mr. Sinister. Couldn't go with any of them.
Dr. Doom.
Couldn't
Yeah.
go with the one that dropped the C word on Harley Quinn. You know.
You know, I would even go as far as to say,
Thank you, Unisol,
Dr.
for
Doolittle.
the 13th
Thank you.
straight month being a resubscriber.
Whoop, whoop.
Dedication.
I'm an extra in the CYBERPUNK anime. I was gonna watch that, but I started watching the Dahmer, and I don't know if I like it or not.
The Doctor Strange love. Yeah, that's a good one, too.
Dahmer came
Or
out
Dr.
on.
Feelgood.
I don't know if we should be giving Dahmer his own fucking show on Netflix. You know.
Oh, people were very on edge about that one, and with Ted Bundy as well.
This is
Yeah.
actually like a series, though. Bundy was more of a like documentary. That was okay, but like giving somebody their own series, like
I mean, they did it to the girl who enticed her boyfriend to off himself.
really.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah, there was that one.
But I don't know. They jump around so much. I mean, it's very hard to follow. But I'll finish
Actual-
watching it. I started it, so.
I feel the same thing for Andor, and there is a little bit of a spoiler. I binge watched 3 episodes today before the show. Don't have any notes. I'm going to try to do everything from memory. I'm going to try not to piss anybody off by confusing Andor and Endor, 2 different things. So we will be going over that today, along with a plethora of subjects that the world famous IT guy Hero did for us yesterday and did an awesome job.
There was
What?
some things that snuck in under the radar, like within hours of us starting the stream.
Oh yeah, and we'll throw those in, even though it's not on the runner on the top. If you're wondering on what topics we are talking about, just look at the very top of our screen. You'll see a runner going through the entire length of our show today. Bottom left-hand corner is all our social media outlets on the bottom left, right under the beautiful hero.
And anybody spots the bullshit that's going across the screen right now?
The Astros will cheat in the playoffs. Aaron
Don't worry,
Judge
it gets better. It gets better. Chief, did you catch that one yet?
Aaron Judge is going to. Oh, it's the GOAT. No, not the GOAT.
He is GOAT.
This year, not all time.
This year. Yeah. And on the bottom right below Hero's camera, you'll see a bunch of coupon codes for certain companies, like Rogue Energy Drink. It's like G Fuel, but for less popular streamers. So go check out Rogue Energy Drink. I love their drinks. They have the pink lemonade that I swear by, and also Techni Sports. If you like really expensive chairs and gaming equipment, go to Techni Sports and save about like 10-15% on your purchase as well. I know I don't mention that. And this is brought to you by Geico. No, not really. But
someday, maybe
Progressive or Geico or Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. This is my ultimate my rundown here. I want to be sponsored by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, for Oni Mountain Dew, for me Celsius energy drinks.
Oh, jeez.
Dr. Pepper should fucking sponsor me. I drink 5 a day.
Dr. Pepper for soda. Hero Insulin. Some sort of insulin company.
Insulin? What the fuck?
That shit's so fucking expensive. It's ridiculous. There's no reason why insulin should be that much money.
Blue Chew to sponsor you.
Killing my
you suck.
right
Celsius
now.
is awesome. I love Celsius.
Oh, Dark Nova Dragon. He's a man after my heart right there.
Hero should be by Ammo Crate, yeah, or Black Rifle Coffee. Or
No,
something like that.
I don't want anything to do with them shills.
No.
Okay.
They pulled some bullshit last year, and we haven't quite let that go.
Not even just last year. Like they straight went for broke with the whole
put it up, Hero's pooper.
With the whole Wisconsin
Rittenhouse.
situation. Yeah, Rittenhouse
okay.
situation. They went the wrong side.
Okay.
Yep.
Hero's
Ghost
give
was
it to
mentioning
me. I need a coffee animal.
Ghost was mentioning when we were doing the crawler that the music that I was using is like, oh, there's gonna be a copyright strike. No, it's not, Ghost. That is the music that we use for that. It is royalty-free music. Yep. It has been flagged by the people that created it, but sometimes they don't flag it, sometimes they do. But it's supposed to be royalty-free. So, and cruelty-free.
Cruelty-free?
So that's the reason why I use it, because Oni actually wrote that. And she doesn't remember writing it, but she did a great job doing it.
She did an amazing job with it.
She does an amazing job at everything.
She's good at everything she does. I think Oni and myself are getting a hair dye contest because I just dyed my hair again.
Dude, you're getting addicted to that shit.
Yeah, so it's like uber dark. I'm not sure if you can see. It's uber dark on the sides.
Well, I just want to warn you. When it comes to dyeing your hair, and you're trying to cover up gray or blend it in, just be aware. When you dye your hair dark, it may actually age you inadvertently, which is why it's not suggested really to actually go with what originally was there after a certain point with gray. You actually just kind of use a lighter tone of what you used to have, because it'll lighten up your face a little bit. There's a lot of like perception and stuff. So
have you seen my fucking face? I got a face made for fucking radio. The only thing to make my face look better is a fucking brown paper bag covering it.
I agree.
Damn.
Not
Is
really.
that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure. Texas
Don't get me wrong, Oni. I appreciate the advice.
No,
Thank you.
I know you're probably not going to need it because who cares at this point.
Do a green next week.
I'm probably going to actually dye it dark.
Drink
or
up,
something.
suckers.
I drank already.
I'm pretty sure this is too hot to drink. So
somebody do me a solid. I hear beeping on a Discord. Can you put your Discord set to busy, please?
Yeah, I can do that if that'll turn off the damn sounds.
Who's this beeping?
It's
don't know.
It's mine. It's my mixer
a
feeding it
noob.
through.
Oh,
I wasn't being a dick about it. I was just asking.
yeah, you were.
No, it's
Okay.
fine. I wasn't bothered by it at all. It's just
Yeah.
the fact that I don't know what to do about it when the sounds don't route when I tell them to reroute.
Welcome to XLR mixers. Yeah, like, and when there's an update, it erases all the routing inside my Streamlabs, so I have to reroute everything.
Or if Streamlabs has an update, same thing.
So they're
Yeah.
coming out with an original bologna meat seltzer drink.
The fuck?
Couldn't you just buy bologna, pour the juice out, and use a soda stream to add CO2?
I
Come at me, I fucking dare you.
want to
there.
think of
That
it.
wasn't me.
It's hands free, isn't it?
Is it?
I look like I'm so far away.
Heroes hands free. You gonna come over tomorrow? What an idiot.
Oh, so I found out I worked on a mascot, and that's
Ugh.
partly why I was running late today, was because we found out there was something missing on one of the things, so I had to make that. And I
Oscar Mayer Mountain Dew.
Well,
God.
apparently this is a college in a city I've been to before. I was still in when we visited. It's a college in Newport Richey.
Oh,
And I'm like-
Tampa area.
I'm like, no fucking way.
That's
I
where my
haven't heard
grandparents
that
used to
name in
live.
forever. I have, for starters, I know because I had a Pokemon caught from Newport Richey. But because we played a gig there, they fed us very well. They were very kind to us, very, very welcoming. And I didn't think I'd ever hear the name Newport Richey, Florida ever again. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
oh
not a really-
shit. So
That's cool.
that's nifty.
What is it, like a minor league team or something like that? Oh,
No,
it's a college. You said
Yeah.
college. I can listen.
There goes my hero.
Watch him as he goes.
I seen our clip where we were singing and got a lot of views.
Oh, us singing karaoke, really bad karaoke. That was all.
Of
We're
course
horrible.
That'll get a lot of views.
It's stuff like that that's gonna get us sent to the top, I think.
And our memes.
You don't like the bottom?
Yeah.
The memes.
Sorry, I missed last night. Out of town for the. Yeah, we understand, Tyrion Death. Life happens, dude. No need to apologize. Everyone wants to apologize. You'll know when I'm mad. Believe me. I'm
You're just
never.
normally mad. Normal.
Yeah, I have to keep up with Oni's intensity.
I
Good
mean,
luck
you can
with that.
try, but
Don't blow a
I-
fuse.
Yeah.
He's way past that stage
Or
in his
this.
life.
Yeah. You see Tyrion Death in the chat. He's going through life stuff. But when he's not, he is streaming on the Lagging Out channel, and you should check him out every Tuesday and Thursday. You can see the little advertisements we have there. Final Fantasy 14 on Tuesday, and Diablo Season 27, not Diablo 27.
And Soda's usually playing with him.
And so
And
then
sometimes
Hero.
Hero. Well, I'm not playing with him, but
Yeah.
I mean, unless he pays me enough.
Wow.
Nah. I'm
There's
worth
the
more
clip.
than you can afford.
$5, I can afford it.
So be sure to check out Tyrion Death, and Chieftain might do a first-person shooter stream on a Monday. You might.
Uh-oh.
There's a
Uh-oh.
teaser there. There might. The rage is coming back.
because
The rage
baseball
might
is
be
over.
coming back.
Because baseball's basically over.
We got another month. Well, hopefully he
I'm-
has another month.
The Yankees
just-
have clinched a division. I mean, clinched a playoff spot. So
My thing is, why did they lose 2 out of 3 games to the Brewers? If
What's
they're,
that?
so, they're supposedly like so far ahead, why did they lose 2 out of 3 games? Like, just because you.
because half their team
Don't worry,
was
I'll
on the
come up with
injured list.
excuses.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
half
just
the
like-
team was on the injured list, but we blew you out
Excuses.
the third game.
Excuses.
No, what I'm wondering though is just like, if you're so good, why wouldn't you just win?
Exactly.
Plus 162 games, you're going to have bad stretches that happens.
Which is I mean, I get that.
I mean, you
but,
guys played well. I'm not gonna copy. Like, you guys played better than we did, but you know,
which is
we're not
just,
the Houston Astros. We can't cheat all the time.
well, my thing is, it with the way
Oh,
the
fuck's
numbers played out,
sake.
because again, I wasn't following the game. I was just looking
Yeah.
to see who was going to win. It just kind of seemed almost like they, metaphorically and maybe literally speaking, dropped the ball. Like, oh,
yeah.
we're so good, we've got this. We don't have to put our all into it. And that's what it seemed like to me. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but when I get that impression, it's like, oh, we're gonna be with that attitude, are we? Oh,
No, there are times, and I'm sure the Astros have had those games where you just can't hit. It's the way it is. There are going to be games where you just can't score runs for one reason or the other, or the other team is playing a lot better than they normally do. Because keep in mind, Oni, when you're playing the Yankees, you're upping your game.
well, I mean,
It is
yeah,
a legendary team, so
and I will say, for the Brewers to
working.
beat 2 out of 3 games, I think is impressive, because
it is very impressive.
you look
Absolutely.
at their placements, the Brewers should not have won as well as they did, but I can salute a really great win, or I can salute a very close game, especially when you know you're outmatched, but you still put in your all and you do really well. Mad respect. But it just, sometimes I see numbers like that and I'm just like, was someone just kind of...
Thanks for the cheer soda.
Yeah, I was trying to see if our thing was
bullshitting their
working,
way
but
through?
it's not. So
The PayPal alert doesn't work. I don't know why. But yeah, congratulations to your team for beating my team 2 out of 3.
Well, I mean, congratulations to the Yankees for making the whatever it is that they made. I don't know.
The playoffs.
All I know is
You're
the Brewers are facing the
I
Marlins.
appreciate. You know what? I appreciate you trying, because I feel the same way you're feeling right now when you're talking about D&D. So thank you for taking one for the team. I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, it's also because like more and more people I'm around are interested in this kind of stuff. And although, yeah, I can go, look, I really do not give a fuck about people literally hitting a ball this big across a field. But it's like what Dr. Peterson said. He was like, I have no idea why people do this. This makes no sense. I could be doing literally anything else with my life. But then he saw the camaraderie in it, the people just hanging out. He's like, it's not about the game all the time. Sometimes it's just about being around like-minded people, or just different people who enjoy the same thing, and you're coming together for this one thing. And it's like, that makes sense. So I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah.
So,
I try my hardest. Like, well, here's a spoiler, guys. We're working on the Tri-Bar Awards and stuff, and we're going through the nominees, and I don't know half the games that are in there. So I'm looking them up. I'm like, I know what game this is, what game that is, but it's mainly those 3 other guys that are doing it. So,
and Badger.
yeah, well, yeah, and Badger, yes, as well. I should say 4 other people that are working on it. Is Sleepy Joe on it? Yeah, he's a try-hard nominee.
Always.
Always. But yeah, quick little read here.
Ooh,
I'll just,
sorry. My camera is all over the fucking place.
That's okay.
So, oh my goodness gracious. That's bad. Okay, I'm just going to sit over here. So
I should just do a full shot with... Go ahead.
No, don't worry about it. This is not a kid's show. If you're under 18, this is not appropriate for you. Views, opinions, ideas discussed herein are not necessarily the opinions of Laggin Out Entertainment. They are just people talking about people things, unofficially abridged. Okay, unabridged. So watch at your own risk. Eat your heart out.
We will haunt your dreams.
Oh yeah.
And I put a new poll on our YouTube.com
I didn't see that.
/lagging out today, because I did it late. Which hosts, because we were talking about roasting a while back. I'm not sure if we did that on a live or on a Sunday meeting, but someone suggested that we should do a roast. So I'm going to take a poll of our fans here, and we have 2 new fans that actually joined us on our YouTube channel. So thank you for the subscriptions.
Oh, nice, thank you.
I'll get their names in a second because I have them down here.
Whoa.
Sorry. Gamer Girl Detective and Mason Miller. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
Hey.
Appreciate that.
Gamer
And thank
girl.
you, Michaela, for the
So-
follow 3 days ago. If you're watching now, we appreciate it. So,
Right.
yes. So the question goes as follows, or the poll goes as follows. Which host should be the first to be destroyed on a potential end of the year lagging out roast? Blacklight Oni, Chieftain, Hero, or Soda? And someone told me, I'm not sure if it's true. Someone's got to go to the our YouTube channel to confirm this. But someone's telling me that Blacklight Oni is in the lead. Is that true?
I don't know.
I
Here's
was
the thing,
completely
though.
convinced it's gonna be me because I'm the most hated one on the show.
Here's the thing, though.
No.
It may turn out to be a reverse roast because if I don't think you're roasting me hard enough, I will roast you back.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I shot a line to your sister last night and she cringed. It was vicious. Like, I go, I'm already working on everybody's one-liners and they are fucking horrible. Like, they are
Cringed as in
horrible.
saving, or cringed as in it needs a lot of work.
No, not a lot of work. Like, it has teeth. It has fucking teeth. Everyone has it. There is like, there's bacon jokes. There is diabetes jokes. There is twins jokes. There is.
If you're gonna say that you're the twin that should have been aborted because of the
No.
bad luck, then that's
No.
a low blow.
No. It's not. No. The way I put it, you'll fucking agree with me. It's so fucking cruel that you'll laugh and say you're right.
I was gonna say, please don't blow your load yet because
No,
you gotta
I'm-
save them.
With
You
No,
all
gotta
I'm not gonna.
save
I'm not
them.
gonna reveal them. I haven't even written them down yet.
with all
I
due
think the
respect,
worst person. I think the worst one is Soda. I think I had like
Of course you
15 lines that just rattle off and destroy him in like 3 minutes.
Mhm.
But
would. Don't
the thing is that people will vote which one will do it. Go ahead.
don't give any impressions because just
No,
let it play out.
I will. I will let it
Just-
play out, and the final votes. I'll check out the final votes at the end of the Tri-Bar Awards. That will be in November. So
Okay, I
we'll
was gonna
figure it
say,
out
like,
then.
Gotta
This is
give 'em
going to take a little time.
Yeah. But just be aware. I might decide, oh, that's not a hard enough roast. What you could have done is this, which is going to turn out to be a different roast. So we may have to come up with some rules to make sure that we,
Right. Don't go over the line.
yeah, we don't go over the line and we understand, hey, look, this is all in good fun. And if we need a safe word, we have a safe word to go,
Right.
oh, yep, touched the hot button a little too closely there. Let's
Banana.
meander it back.
Like, I'm not mentioning anybody's like kids or
Yeah,
You
spouses.
can mention my kid.
Well, I'll mention your kid. Yeah.
Um,
But I have a line. It's all going to be like, I have to figure it out and like write it in a way where I have to deliver it perfectly. But the thing is that I know this is going to be really hard for Hero to do, but don't interrupt the person that's roasting.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Wait, was that a roast? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a burn. Unisol, is that an upside down pineapple? Because that would mean something else entirely.
Sweet.
Oh Lord.
Hero knows.
what? You know, I don't want to know. I'm good.
We discussed this not long ago, so
Well, I'm good staying out of it.
It's just it's a symbol for swingers.
yeah.
An upside down
it is,
pineapple.
isn't it? It is,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Not really as bad as you thought it was going to be.
No, I sometimes just forget because I don't really pay attention to that part of the community. I understand they're part of kink a little bit, sort of, but I don't. It's not something I'm interested in, so it doesn't really affect me. Who would have thought?
Nice try.
Right.
Probably because in order to be a swinger, you might have to actually be in a relationship.
Not necessarily.
Interesting relationship.
So help me if anyone goes, oh my gosh, Oni, you're so basic. That's why you're gonna die single. It's gonna be like, yeah, no shit, bitch.
Misery likes company.
I love how she does the
I
Valley
am
Girl
misery.
shit.
She
What'd
does
you
the
say?
high pitched voice. It's like, for sure. I'm going to be alone forever. I'm going to speed run life and just jump in front of a car. Yay.
I like to jump in front of a car.
Don't do that. You'll hurt the car. Oh, part of it. Freaking hip.
Breakdown coming in.
All right.
Is it
Lagging Out News Break
Is it?
with Hero.
Oh, it's gonna be delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my tea's pretty fucking good, so.
Well, because
Well, it's
you
highlighted. Tyrion, that's like, Chief, is the line drawn in spaghetti? Yes, it is. Racist.
So,
Anyways.
I was waiting for that one. Oh no, Oni, you're gonna love
Alfredo
this.
nut. Oh boy.
I say the dad jokes already have begun. I love it.
Don't pass it
So
away.
yes, GTA 6 leaked. This is why I said you're gonna think this is delicious, Oni.
Wow.
And I
What are you
love
doing
your
on our
grin.
boobs?
I love your grin. It means that you're already thinking about how to roast these developers for failing to protect their shit.
Oh, there's a whole list of things that is just wrong with this, but please continue before I go on my tirade.
Well, because I'm not one to spoil things, contrary to popular belief by Soda.
Bullshit.
Fake news.
I'm not actually going to reveal any of the leaks from GTA 6. It wouldn't be fair. Fact is, the news dropped this past week. Can't find the right way to scoop to stay in the frame,
Yeah. It's called being in the center of your shot.
which I was.
Like, I can do it kind of like a newscast.
But
So go ahead.
anyways, we'll figure it out as we go. But the reality is that the leaker allegedly has been identified, and there are apparently actions being pursued against them. From the sounds of it, this leaker is a rather young individual trying to negotiate terms of not leaking worse shit about the game. Don't go there, Tyrion, please. So this leaker is either an amateur or young, and doesn't realize that he's playing with fire, or she, or
Dude,
the leaker
don't misgender him.
or the leaker just is trying to go for money. Wow! What the fuck, Chief?
Leaks from the biggest pimp game.
Huh?
Oh
Look,
God,
it's the
that's
titty
hilarious.
character. I mean, title character.
Your chest
But
is
one of the
leaking
major
arrow.
leaks, it's not really a leak, but apparently they're revisiting, what was it, Vice City? And
Maybe.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's gonna be in
And-
Miami.
basically.
Well, that's Vice City.
And the lead character is one of the lead characters that you could play as is a Latina female. But from what I can tell, you can play as two different main characters. So there's a story that has two different characters. And that's nothing that hasn't already been revealed. They showed gameplay footage and stuff like that, which in reality, it's not really a good leak, because who doesn't know that GTA 6 is about guns, explosions, and committing crime? I don't know. Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto asphyxiation.
Of course, Chief would. Anyways,
You got boobs
Wow.
on your face.
I mean,
I'm trying
Pretty
to move
good
it
problem
over.
to have for some folks.
That is
Yeah.
true.
and that's not really a problem I've not had. I mean, daily.
Anyways,
But all I can say is the leaks happen. The kid's gonna fucking fry. They're gonna clean him out.
Wow.
But the problem that I have with the situation is a similar problem that we had with, I don't know, Naughty Dog Studios and Neil Druckmann.
Duckman?
They're copyright striking people talking about the leaks, not people
Wow.
showing the leaks or revealing the leaks improperly. Like, we're talking like people on YouTube, people on Twitter, people on various platforms are getting copyright strikes and takedown notices, but it's not for the right reasons. And that's the problem. Like, what Naughty Dog Studios did was anything that had anything to do with the leaks when the leaks happened with The Last of Us 2, they were doing they were filing takedown notices. Period.
Oh my
Bar
god.
none. There was no restrictions to it. It's not like they were revealing content. Like, prime example, they hit the channel Geeks and Gamers with 2 copyright infringement strikes and then a single takedown notice or whatever. And what that is a threat, because if you get 3 strikes, your channel's deleted permanently.
We
So
have
they're
one.
a big company's misusing the copyright system, but nothing's going to happen to that big company because, oh, we
Exactly.
can't touch them. Wow, I'm so fucking shocked.
I mean, that's
Right?
exactly what's going on. Rockstar's
Because I heard a little bit something else regarding this stuff that I don't know if it's correct though, because I don't know if it's been corroborated. Is that it wasn't just some random kid; it was a former employee. And then
I have heard
and then
that.
they decided to do another hack on a different part of the company. I don't remember what, but yeah. This is why you change the locks on a door if someone who may have left under some rather unsavory circumstances, you take their keys or you change the locks. Maybe if someone is removed from the company when it comes to online security, you make sure they don't have access. Now, and is this going to be foolproof? Absolutely not. Someone who wants to break down the door is going to break down the door. But
Someone's got the Jericho sound effect. Break the walls down.
it's kind of it's your bread and butter to keep the doors closed so you can make sure the stuff stays secret. Like, what
So
is those
does any-
companies just not worrying about online security?
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about stuff like this for what? Now it's 2 weeks running, 3 weeks technically.
Yeah.
Patreon firing all of their IT security staff. Hey, maybe let's not do that. That's I mean, that's a good way to get an inflated IT budget. Like,
Yeah.
immediately, because once you fire all your security staff, well, let me put it this way. We know how that stuff works. And this
That's
isn't
the
a
worst.
threat. This is a promise. When somebody knows how something works and knows the intimate details, giggity, of security, especially in IT,
It only
also
takes
means
one
that we know
disgruntled
how to-
employee.
that also means we know how to break it. And when things break in IT, nobody's happy. So when you fire all of your IT staff and then outsource all of that labor, guess what happens? That means those people need a door to come in. Guess what? We know how those doors work. And they don't always fail close.
And this is why employee loyalty is so important. And yes, you could say security and making sure that you don't fuck up your job prospects for the next job are just as important. But it's
Such an asshole. You're such
why?
an
Why
asshole, dude.
Sorry.
no,
Soda
you're
was
good.
being ridiculous.
No, I know. I just
You're unimpressed.
you need to earn your employees' loyalty. One of the biggest misconceptions regarding business is that you can just hire and fire at will, that it's okay. Your company will not suffer because that person is ultimately replaceable. Problem with that is that now you're taking more time to just train someone to do the same thing, and you go, well, it doesn't take that much time. Well, if you keep investing in the same people to keep them there, you will save money, save time, and better yet, you will actually foster a better environment in your company if you don't just keep churning and burning. It's actually detrimental to your company if you run it that way. Now,
Another misconception is that a lot of businesses, they see IT as just an expense that does not build revenue. While to some degree this is true, we do not build revenue, but we protect what you have inside of your IT infrastructure. We protect your means of communication, all of your data, all of your assets. If you don't pay to protect your assets and your intellectual property, then you're going to be spending even more money than what you would be paying us. We're not just
More
a
like that
business
should just be
expense.
considered part of your overhead. With all due respect, that sounds just like having overhead. That
That's
should be the
exactly-
bare
it
fucking
is.
minimum.
That's
I like
exactly
it.
what we know. Usually your own.
There's the clip. I
Anyway.
waited on that one. That's perfect.
I just
And we
This
lose
is
another
sheer
female viewer.
this would be like saying, "Oh hey, I have a tow truck company. It's my bread and butter. I'm just gonna leave my tow truck unlocked."
Right.
Why would you do that? You're just gonna basically leave the keys to your video game that people have been waiting for years. You know they have. You're finally working on it.
Hey, when are they gonna release GTA 6? I don't know. Whenever they're done re-releasing GTA 5 for the 50th fucking
Actually, you don't
time,
have to wait. Someone's gonna leak the entire game online. Haha.
right?
Lagging Out news break.
It's just
They're saying
so
that
annoying.
the leaker has said that if they don't get their money, they're going to leak all the source code for 6. Well,
And I was like,
Sweet.
dude, you're not even the first one to try to hack and try to leak an entire source code by holding a company hostage in ransom. You do realize. Okay, let me just.
that shit gets out there.
I'm
Modders are
sorry,
gonna
Soda. I
go
just
kill
want to say this one thing.
people.
What did I do?
No, it sounded like you wanted to say something, and I don't want to.
No. That wasn't me. He was hero. He always has something to say. So.
It doesn't necessarily make it good or quality. So, something that always bothers me is that just because you have your opponent where you want them does not mean you can start getting cocky. The fine-tuning details when the plan comes together are some of the most vital moments in a plan. So when you make these very large public statements as a single entity, it doesn't really bode well for you, because you just made, as an individual, a very public statement that you stole proprietary information and that you're now going to hold it as ransom and you're going to blackmail a company. I'm just saying,
Racist.
when it comes to making these types of threats, they carry some very hefty fines and
Jail
time.
time.
And depending on where you are, it could become federal, because internet and certain communications, and depending on where you are compared to where the company is, may wind up costing you more than you can even hold for a ransom. Also, as a big company like that, they might just say, go ahead and do it. We're just going to scrap the game and start over anyways. Oh, by the way, the feds already know where you are, so bye.
Garbage
Bye.
human.
Yes.
You may think you sound really cool, like you're standing up to the man or whatever.
Taking it to the man.
I don't know if you exactly thought through this whole plot, because I don't think you're going to be able to
What an
cash that
idiot.
check. I'm eager to see you try, but
Just
you
send it
just
to my
tried to commit your
PayPal.
own version of grand theft,
Venmo me.
but you didn't quite get the 5 stars, and they got you anyways. There is
Didn't
no new
under-
save file. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Do not pick up the hooker on Broadway.
Someone might be knocking on your door real soon, because you are.
There
not
aren't
gonna
any hookers on Broadway. Just so you know.
Maybe you don't know where to look.
Whatever. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, so this hacker's about to get the book thrown at them. I don't know if you've seen a book recently, but I mean, it's going to be hitting you very soon. They do come in digital copies as well.
You fuck now.
What the fuck?
Basically,
Pretty much. So
they're pretty much boned.
good luck.
I play Jack 2. If you like GTA style, its movement mechanics are more satisfying than GTA's, definitely.
If you don't
And then so-
understand, Sir Chaos has been on a bit of a nostalgic trip with Jack and Daxter, playing all their old shit.
Good
Oh,
lord.
okay. Good lord.
There goes the hooker side mission. Good lord. What an idiot. Yeah, we gotta have the. I mean, there's always hooker side missions, so.
Hey, if you guys see this QR code here, just go ahead and whip out your phone and scan it for me real quick.
And give us some money.
That's right. Give us some fucking money, man.
Give us some fucking money. Please.
Please.
We forgot to put the please in there.
Oh, not again.
No, actually.
But actually, Hassan Akkad, or whatever the fuck his name is, Hassan Abi, whatever. He's a fucking
Hassan
tool on
Piker?
Twitch. Hassan Piker or
bro.
whatever. He's a fucking tool on Twitch that basically somebody in his Discord said, "Oh my god, this girl came and went out and did the deed on Twitch live again. Here's a clip." He didn't do any due diligence. He didn't do any verification. He didn't fact check. Fucking Facebook. He didn't fact check the situation.
Facebook's not a real place.
Neither is Twitter. And he actually published information out there on the interweb saying, "Oh, she did it again." And she publicly, put out a public service announcement saying, "Hey, this is an old clip from an old video that I did years ago that was never supposed to go public." And it was definitely like of the hardcore variety, apparently.
Sweet.
Like everything.
You got a copy?
exposed. I'm sure
Put the
you can
link in
find
the
it out
chat.
there online faster than I can, since you're in
Because
the
I
internet.
I like where this is going.
With that statement, I have a few questions because I knew what was going on, but
Hey, you must be a parking ticket, because you got
She's very
fine
young.
written all over you.
she's very young, and I'm not saying like underage. She's of age. I think she's in her early 20s.
I have no idea.
But how old is that video? Because if these dumb fucks aren't careful, they might inadvertently be sharing some shit that is already. Not only is it gross negligence to just share a video like that,
Get Epstein, bitch.
but for her to, I'm gonna give her benefit of the doubt in this one, okay? Just because, if the fact that Hassan Piker did not do his research to see when this video was created,
It says
a
18
point
plus.
That's a point against him. So if it is true that this video was meant to be private between her and whomever it was that she was sharing this video with, and they shared this on purpose, that could be a whole other can of worms.
Her name is.
A lot of this could be legitimately a bad situation.
And given
She's got
what's
her
already-
own OnlyFans. Her business is already out there. She's got her own subscribers and pay pigs, if you will.
But that's the thing.
So,
She's 21 right now.
She's also, wow, that is very
Thank you,
bad and
Soda.
very dangerous. She's also not American, and her first language is not English. So the laws are also most likely different where she's from.
International
But-
law or
That
but in
doesn't
America.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
reflection in a window. It's not an actual
Nope.
video.
different video.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
The one you found is the one that got her banned on
Twitch.
Twitch.
he's
Yes.
he's
Well,
looking
it got her
up.
suspended. It got her suspended. She's back off the suspension.
Yeah, Twitch calls
Because
it banned.
Twitch is already in a lot of hot water. This is probably not the first thing This is not the first thing we're gonna mention regarding, or not the last thing we're gonna
God,
mention regarding Twitch. Twitch had a
Yeah.
very rough week.
We
Oh,
will
my
be streaming
videos
on
don't get
TikTok as
released.
well.
I'm
We're
sorry.
gonna be
what did
streaming on
anyone say?
TikTok too.
Soda, what did you say?
Oh, I hope my
Sorry.
videos don't get released.
Nah, they're too old. They're out
Maybe.
there on camera reels and tapes.
VHS. They're on Betamax, sorry.
Lagging Out news break with Soda.
Soda's old.
Betamax. Totally is
It's on
fucking
Super
old.
8. What the fucking VHS? It's on Super 8. It's like the
Yeah.
same film that recorded
Laser
JFK getting
disc.
shot. Fucking laser
Old school
disc.
projectors.
Oh my god.
The old
Yeah.
school projectors where in order to freaking change you got to change the slide. It goes boop.
Yeah. Let's rewind that on his tapes. It's like Be Kind Rewind, but it's rewinding in the same spot over and over again.
Ah.
Unisys
Sorry,
is like
Oni.
old.
I have sideburns on my penis. That's how old it is.
Hi there. I think you're wondering how we got here. You're probably wondering
That's
how I got in
quite
this
possibly the best line ever told on this fucking podcast. Wow.
mess. Everything freeze
He's like, I had
framed.
mutton chops on the side of my penis. That's all it was.
Good lord. It's not even what he said, but that's just
I
as
know.
bad.
Yeah.
Like mine's not that old. Mine's just a flock of seagulls haircut, so I'm all good.
God.
Oni's dead.
Oni's dead.
She face palmed so hard that she broke the fourth wall.
I could see her scalp from that shot.
Meanwhile,
Uh-oh.
it's World War X in my house. I think my wife is chasing my daughter around the kitchen.
Sweet.
Oh no.
I mean, what do you expect? You came up with a Twitch girl did the deed again. What, I mean, you gotta come up with something good.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was that or Amber Heard, your girlfriend.
You keep on
Yeah.
fighting for her.
Yeah, no, he does.
Oh, you do.
We got 3
Soda's
views
been
since
in
I
porn
said
for
that.
so long. Oh no, I'm not repeating that.
She's gay. She likes vagina.
I can't tell if
Not gonna repeat that.
I think we beat this story more than Soda beats his own dick. Can we go to the next story, please?
I think so. I'm just gonna lead off or end off with saying, look, according to everything that's been verified, she did not get banned from Twitch again. She did not do the thing on Twitch again, even though she could probably do something else just as bad and still be back in 3 days because that's how they treat all their e-girls on Twitch.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're making money. They're cutting their nose despite their face.
Mm-hmm.
Hold that
Well,
thought.
Hold
But
that
speaking
thought.
of this,
Soda's gonna turn it sexual.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Oni's staring
Anyways.
right through me, so no. I'll chill for a little bit.
yeah.
He's got to let the cooldown timer run out for his super.
Right.
I gotta recharge my ultimate.
And
She-Hulk count leaked. I'm still watching the show. Apparently, I'm the only one doing so. So,
I'll watch
yeah.
it. I haven't. I'm gonna wait till it's finished.
But from the notes, I can see here that the view counts were leaked for She-Hulk, and shocker, they didn't even make the top 10, which I think is completely fake news. I think,
not.
but they said, I don't care. I live in my own world, and these are my rules.
yeah,
And it
His
rated
own
lower than
headspace.
Miss Marvel. That is a shock to me.
Well, it's
yeah.
fake news. Why are you surprised?
Yeah.
well, anyways, the numbers and stuff that leaked, the way things are trending, blah blah blah, all this kind of mumbo jumbo that people collect. The Nielsen charts came out. Samba TV information came out, and She-Hulk didn't even make the top 10 of either.
Man, that's disappointing.
And
She-Hulk's fucking hot.
yeah, I guess you like them butch girls, don't you?
I like strong women. Come on, look at all my friends that are streamers. Every single one of them.
And yet none of them are green.
None of them have
look like
muzzles.
that.
None of them
Oh,
have
but-
muzzles. They're all petite.
Are you implying racism here because she's not white? Is that what you're saying? How
No.
dare you?
Who's not
How
white?
dare you?
She-Hulk's
Race?
green.
What does race have to do with that one?
I don't know.
That's what all the media people are fucking.
I know. I'm just
Wait,
trying to draw nonsensical logic like everyone else does.
right. Well, I mean that's kind of the extent of the news.
Oh, I
like,
thought it was all centered. What's wrong? Just center yourself.
We gotta give props to
My
her.
camera always moves around.
Oh,
It's not
do
up.
it.
Just like
You-
everyone else's. Welcome to our hell.
you do
I'm
have like
fixing mine. I'm not
actual
saying
tracking,
anything.
don't you? Like
What's
your
that?
camera doesn't your camera have some kind of tracking on it?
No, I turned it off because you kept on yelling at me because it kept on blurring out.
Well,
Remember?
did it?
Ooh,
I don't remember. It's been a minute. Stop playing with your camera.
Uh-oh.
I think he froze.
No,
Yeah.
I'm here.
No, I crashed.
Oh, soda's broken.
F in the
Soda
chat.
shut. No one sees it, but soda's is broken. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Anyways,
trying to
that's kind
hawk
of-
out.
That's kind of the extent of this news. I mean, the Samba numbers came out, and She-Hulk wasn't doing anywhere near what Disney was claiming, which I think is more of the laughable part than whether or not the show is popular. A lot of people are like, man, this show has gotten so boring.
Well, this is the wedding episode, so
Why? Yeah.
Spoilers.
it tells you in the first 3 seconds. It tells you in the description of Disney Plus is, and then she breaks fourth wall and says,
What
"This
the-
is a wedding episode." So
I don't think they're doing their fourth wall breaks very, I don't know, very well.
Hero hates everything.
Not
Mhm.
really.
Yeah, he does.
But I think it's a fair criticism that they're not using the tool correctly. I just don't think like something about
like
how
that.
something about how they did it with Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds strikes me as he does it better than what they're doing with it. Even though, canonically and in the comics, She-Hulk does it better. Yes, she does.
All right. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing. I saw that. I think you just all saw it too, and I saw it as well. And I don't think it was that bad. Titania was in this episode as well. So, I'm not sure. I guess that's a character from the comics. I never really
Yes, she is.
read a lot of any other comics, but like a handful of episodes of Spider-Man. So I'm assuming it's a recurring character because why would they put her in there?
Yes.
But
Good job, Soda. That
I
looks
hope
so
so.
weird. That looks so weird.
I'm
Do
too
something-
green.
Do something with those lips. It's ugh.
Hold on, it's more
they're
like.
not kissable enough for you, Hero.
Hold on.
Never were.
Yeah, they were. He likes them.
Not even in your best nightmare.
What color do you want them? Purple? Oh, wait, that's the beard. Sorry.
Oh, our next topic is going to be one of Oni's favorites. I have a feeling
There
This
you
is gonna
go.
this is
Come
going to
to
be
me,
Put
great.
it as Rings of Power. I'm gonna go make some ramen.
No, it's not that.
Yet.
What?
Let's all point and laugh. Let's all point and laugh, please.
I cannot physically roll my eyes harder into the back of my fucking skull every time I look or hear about her. Holy
This dumb bitch. This. Hold on. Garbage human.
Oh man, that was better than the one I was
Garbage
going to
human.
pick. I was just going to pick this one. It was
Garbage human.
She's gay.
She's
She
gay.
likes vagina.
So let's I'd like to open this
Shut up and
segment
dribble,
with just
bitch.
a really good word of advice.
Yeah,
If some shit's going down at your place of business or
there's
wherever
a
it is you
widow.
conduct some serious shit,
Who did it?
and you happen to be victorious in something, or you wind up
Badger.
not getting fired, do not, under any circumstances, go and celebrate, and certainly not in a public fucking platform, or heaven forbid, with a meme. Have some fucking decorum.
Have some class. Have some brains.
Exactly.
Especially if you happen to be the one who is instrumental in the utter destruction of your organization. It would do you a world of fucking good to shut the fuck up.
He doesn't know
In fact,
how.
that's a great
Dribble,
life
bitch.
lesson. Sometimes there's a time to shut the fuck up. This was
Shut the
that
fuck
moment.
up.
You did not get the memo, and now
You're
the
a
train has
stupid
put itself into
cunt.
reverse to come and get you because clearly
So-
you forgot you missed the train.
Some context, Garbage if I human. may. Some context, if I may. Apparently, it is whispered.
Get
It
muted,
is
bitch.
spoken. It is somehow like rumors from the industry are saying that the bosses said, "Hey, Frosk, shut up and don't say anything about anything for a while. Lay low. We're gonna take you from the front and put you in the back so that you can keep your job while everybody else is suffering the axe." And the internet did as the internet does, because it's a combination of all things good, bad, evil, and in between.
Mimi.
Everybody was basically saying, "Hey, Baby Frost got fired too. They're doing all these layoffs. Frost was Frost was instrumental in the downfall of everything. Maybe they got smart and decided to give her the axe." And Frost couldn't resist, sprinkling some salt on her haters, and posted a meme that said, what was it of? I don't remember what the picture
I
was.
survived?
I just remember it said, "I survive," with the freaking sunglasses and cigarette sticking out of whatever it was his mouth.
I got that from your notes.
Yeah. Well, I didn't grab the picture, and
All right.
I completely forgot what the meme was, but I just know that it said, "I survived."
I am using your notes.
And literally, that meme is what got her fired. Now, there's some backpedaling going on.
Fucking moron.
There's definitely some backpedaling going on. She said that this was something
What an
in the
idiot.
works for a while, and she was going back to esports and all that. Now,
Yeah, good
everybody
fucking
can
luck.
see. Everybody can see through your bullshit lies. You fucking idiot. You garbage human. You got
Hero.
fired because you couldn't stop standing on the graves of your comrades.
Hero, is going back to esports code for working at Subway?
Who?
I would think so.
Because she likes eating fresh.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
That tuna sub, right?
Yup. If you got to
With
explain the
extra
joke,
onions.
it's not funny. Extra onions.
Oh yeah,
Someone's gonna say pastrami or roast beef there. I just know it.
probably.
Every time I hear this, it's nice that that finally some retribution has happened. Makes my sadistic soul a little bit happier. Because
Her heart grows two
It was-
sizes too big.
partly her fucking fault.
I
Mhm.
mean,
But
don't
it
don't
also
get me
goes to-
wrong. G4 TV was doomed to fail because the current entertainment environment it's not built to support it. Everything's gone away from the cable TV, and they tried to stick with the cable format from TV to, stoke that nostalgia. But there's
Not what we're
100,000.
doing.
Well, I mean, it's basically what we're doing, but it's like there's hundreds of gaming commentators out there in the world on YouTube right now, thousands, if not more, and they all do it better, and we do it even better than them, and we have less of a budget. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
trash.
Yo,
Let
Chief,
me
check
sip
your
my tea
DM.
there.
Just a shout out to the chat. When I'm doing a live, it is next to impossible for me to go into Discord to check DMs. I literally have 3 monitors open and 5 windows. So
Two of them have the
it's
Yankees
really,
game.
I don't have the Yankees game on. It's killing me. So Tear and Death, I'll check in a little bit when either someone else is going on a really long narrative and I can sneak away for a second.
Oh,
Which probably will happen like no time. But thank God for that, because I don't know half the topics, so I'm so glad that they do that. But yeah, I'll check it in a minute, but I just want to let everybody know. It's like no one's in trouble or nothing. I'm just letting you guys know it's like really hard. I got like a mixer, a Stream Deck, keyboard, mouse, and 3 monitors and 8 windows open. So it's really, really hard for me to do it. But I try my best. So, and then I try not to screw up so that way Oni doesn't scream at me. So if I fuck up a read, that's why. Yeah.
Oh Lord, he dropped it. Oh, FROSK's. It's FROSK, by the way, with a K, not a T.
Yeah, right. It's FROSK. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the iguana with the crown, the sunglasses, and the blunt. This didn't age well. I like that. That's hilarious.
It's a really shitty thing to do.
It is.
It makes me feel like she never had a job outside of G4 or like a regular job. It's like, oh, we're having layoffs. It's like having layoffs at like, I don't know, like an office supply company, and like you're the one who actually survived and then drops that meme and tags the company in it. Like, you don't do that. It's fucking stupid. Am I wrong, Oni?
No, you're not. Here's the thing. She is so fucking privileged to have been able to have such a position.
Right.
Where, because she was part of the faces of the show, her job wasn't originally going to get the axe. It's everyone else making this shit run. It's all the behind the scenes people, the production crew, the ones who are running the cameras, the ones who are probably doing makeup to make sure that they look as good as they can, the ones making sure all the props are good, the ones making sure the lights are good, the electrical is all working.
Right.
So, and especially with the freaking online personalities that they threw up in there. Whoa, what the fuck's going on here?
Oh, that's I have a window up somewhere.
Gotcha.
Well, at least it wasn't a giant cock.
Only you.
I don't know where that went. Oh, I see. Okay, that's the all right.
Like
sorry.
They had first of all, the people they put up there were all pretty popular YouTubers before they relaunched G4 TV. So not only did what she did completely tarnish the reputations of the online personalities, like from what I understand, what's his name, Average Gamer or whatever.
Yeah, sorry.
He was like only guy that he was the only person on that particular episode.
I got it.
That wasn't seal clapping for her idiotic rant. First of all, like he was the only one. When she started going on that freaking diatribe and rant, like you could see the look on his face. Like the light slowly died from his eyes when he realized that doom was coming, and everybody else is sitting there like, ah, yeah, say it, and he was the only one who was sitting there with his hands folded in his lap, like, oh god, this isn't gonna end. Like, he's the only one. And now his fucking reputation is tarnished because of that dumb idiot. And correct me if I'm wrong, Soda. I think you might know, possibly, because you kind of sort of paid attention to that scene for a really long time. Didn't she
Thank you, Tear and Death, for that, by the way. He found the meme.
Yeah, that was it. Didn't she come from League of Legends, like, tournaments?
Announcer. Yeah, she was an announcer.
She was even an announcer? So she was a bigger nobody than I expected.
Yeah. Somebody's got like Ronald Reagan and a bunch of politics laughing, and it says, and then she said memes became a hate crime, and they're all fucking dying laughing.
like the worst part about it is not only
fuck.
did she come from like nobody'sville of commentating, she wasn't any sort of big deal,
I
but
think it was League of Legends.
yeah, it was League
It
of Legends.
was.
Like she came from that, and nobody even fucking likes her in it because she was just as insufferable there as she was on that fucking episode.
I don't think I ever watched any of her. I watched a lot of the Worlds, but I don't think she ever did Worlds, so.
Is she like one of those people that you love to hate, but she's on there kind of like how I'm on here? People love to hate me.
You do it better.
Wouldn't sure it probably.
You actually earned your place.
I would say exactly.
She didn't, and she was.
I
never
created
grateful
my
for it.
place.
She from what
But
I
yeah.
understand from her alleged career is she got to her positions in commentating by smearing the competition, using activism like as a cudgel to basically get to the point to where you have to listen to me, because if you don't, it's sexism or it's bigotry or it's because she's gay or
hate
something.
criming, you know.
Yeah. And then, you know, she got to the top and people were looking at the top because, oh, hey, look at these top people. She must be really important. Let's try and get her over here on the show when we revive it. That'll get a lot of eyeballs.
Gay.
She likes tacos.
And pink ones at that.
And the stupid thing is she's just ruined this for everybody else.
Yeah.
And if I may say,
Or
yes,
church
female
policy.
gamers most affected because now
Penetrated the industry using her mouth.
Wow, tear and death. Go ahead, Oni.
now instead of it just being, hey, I'm a gamer, you know, decently attractive or whatnot, or, you know, at least fairly eloquent, I can hold my own in a conversation. It's going to be, are you going to basically burn this shit to the ground? Are we going to have to worry about what you say? Are you going to try to basically say all the fans who are literally giving you their money are
I
evil,
heard,
in which case, why are you part of this fucking community?
Give
I
us
heard
a
she's
bucket
looking for a
list.
job, Chief.
Oni would be the final say on that.
I mean, she can go ahead, but with all due respect,
No fucking respect. She don't
It's-
deserve it.
do you understand what the meaning of "with all due respect" fucking means?
I'm just making a point.
Well, could you make a point that actually makes sense?
Whoa.
Well, the point is, I'm saying she doesn't fucking deserve any respect.
With all due respect means general statement, not to insult anyone in the playing field, regardless of who it is. That's what that means. FROSK could try. However, given that she doesn't have any fucking decorum or understand how to hold herself accountable for anything, no. And also, her values will not align with what we are trying to build here, and she will try to basically pit everyone against each other. Why would she be welcome on this team? She has
Exactly.
clearly proven herself incapable of working with other people. It must be her that's at the center of attention. She can do whatever she wants as long as someone else takes the
Garbage
fall.
human.
I refuse to have someone so lacking in character on a team like this.
Come at me, I fucking
It
dare
is
you.
a shame that G4 could not survive in the manner that it could. I know a lot of people who reminisce to that nostalgic time when it was on TV.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Even if it's not something I probably would have watched, I can respect it. But for her to have essentially been the reason for its downfall. I'm not saying it is the only reason, but people will blame it on her. And with fair point. It's time for you to carry this.
Yeah.
And I'm not very well impressed. If you think women are going to rally behind you, no, we're not. Because you are disgraceful. You put down the very people who are watching your fucking show. your hypocrisy shows.
The whole
And
reason
It's
that show
aggravating to
garbage
watch.
human.
Because it's okay for you to say, oh, well, she's hot. She's hot.
She's
get it.
gay.
I get it. You're attracted to women. Cool.
Yay.
But you found it insulting that some guys did or did not find you attractive. I don't get it.
Welcome to my
And then-
world.
And then for you to take
They don't
something
find
that
you
was never
attractive?
yours to begin with
Oh,
and run it into the ground like you had any right. And then celebrate when other people lost their jobs, lost their livelihoods in a time where job market's pretty shaky in a lot of places. But you celebrate publicly.
And what I don't think
Do
a
not
lot of
approach
people
me.
what I don't think a lot of people understand is the context of where that rant came from. She was using that rant as a shield from criticism that was well deserved. She made statements about consoles in an industry, on a forum, on a platform where you should
She's
expect
retarded.
lots, and I mean
You
lots,
can't say retarded.
of gamers to be watching, and then you publicly make a statement along the lines of, oh, I think PlayStation 5 is dead on arrival.
What an idiot.
And you're telling me that you don't expect console fans of Sony to come out and say, you're a fucking moron for making that statement. And so what she was doing was she was trying to hide behind the diversity shield. She was trying to hide behind the, oh, you guys are just hater trolls that are coming at me with the criticism. That's when she went on that diatribe, went on that rant.
Bitches be thirsty.
Yeet.
No one is thirsty enough for her.
At all. And it ain't a little thing in that
Maybe her
case.
and Amber Heard should hook up.
She's gay. She likes vagina.
I'm not
I've
sure
never
who would
heard,
suffer
so-
more. I'm really not sure who would suffer more in that relationship.
Man,
They
that's
probably-
that's
Get two people in the same
nuclear
room
talk.
together.
It's
Probably beat
nuclear
the shit out of
toxicity.
each other.
Neither
would.
of them could see past their own noses.
Well, I mean,
Next on pay-per-view.
and then here
Actually-
comes in Australia with the police department.
Maybe she'll
Where's
bring her
acting over
dogs.
when you need him? What's that?
So
He's in here.
so this
It's
this
super
topic's a
cunt.
dead horse.
He says he thinks he may have COVID now. So.
Who
Lovely.
said that?
No.
No, hope you feel better.
Watch our funny ass clip. These people, if you don't watch our clip, I don't understand these things. Like, if you ever had a bad day, just put our fucking clip on. You'll die laughing. That's what I do. Like, motherfucker,
He dies laughing, and I have to resurrect him every time.
he has to reboot my mate. The whole system. Like,
Yeah.
it sends him a
Instructions
text.
not clear. Dick stuck in ceiling fan.
Ouch.
Oh,
Why did he blue screen this time? He impaled his own head with his own penis.
Yeah. Well, it had something to do with the light socket too. But
Shocking.
shocking! Wow, really?
The cow heart he was using didn't have enough force, so he wired it to a light socket to see if he could get more juice out of it.
I got more juice.
In every sense of the word.
Hey, where's Ticker? Ticker's
I
not
don't know.
here. He's getting pimped. He's not here.
But we want to give him a quick thank you for being our very first membership on our YouTube channel.
Ticker, where's Ticker?
And if people don't know what a membership is, it's almost exactly like a sub on Twitch. It's the same thing. You get special privileges, like I think your stuff is highlighted. You get a special token, no matter how long you play, how long you subscribe for each month. You get a different like emote next to your name when you do a chat on our YouTube channel. So huge thank you to Ticker. Ticker is overly generous, and we appreciate him so much.
100%.
We love you, Ticker. Even though you're not here to get your shot out.
We miss your money tonight. Just kidding.
Only partially.
Well, maybe he'll show up and you can click back.
I was thinking that Oni would truly appreciate raging at this topic.
Well, you might be disappointed because I have never seen The Wizard of Oz fully.
What?
It's not really my thing. Can you
Whoa.
fucking imagine?
I
Off to
Basically-
see the wizard or whatever. Wizard
the
of Oz.
reason
Okay,
I
I thought you were part of the Lollipop Guild and you would love this story.
Oh, that's
I-
funny
the
because I
reason-
think you forgot I don't like musicals as a rule.
okay, and I understand that. Now the
Understood.
reason why I thought you might appreciate this and why I actually thought otherwise is you have a deep appreciation of the arts in general.
The
And-
production design, yes.
In production and stuff like that. And there's how familiar are you with Alfred Hitchcock? That's probably a good question to lead off with.
I'm familiar enough to know some of the tricks that he used, and yes, some of them were, let's say, frowned upon at this point,
Perhaps.
borderline illegal, but his methods
Yeah.
were successful in making him a foundational member of, cinematography and directing, so I understand. But with the
So
Wizard of
that-
Oz
that's kind of-
classic being in Technicolor, huge fucking deal.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the point is like the level of art, using the phrase lightly, perhaps, that was used in practical effects. And the reason I reference Alfred Hitchcock is like he was a pretty big genius in that regard of
But he
Created
wouldn't.
the Trump. Go ahead.
I would say he wouldn't watch his own movies. He was scared of them. No, it's a true story.
I do remember hearing that, but I mean, and
Trombone
and you
shot.
two, and you two, Chieftain Soda, as professors, kind of in the field of entertainment, like would probably know way more in that regard than I do. So
Yeah, I teach a whole film class.
I did a whole book on Hitchcock, actually.
I did a whole hour lesson on shot choreographs, and Hitchcock was in there. So yeah, definitely. But go ahead, Hero. I so really interrupted you and owning
you're
way
fine.
too much tonight.
you guys are fine. It's in fact, I'd probably prefer to hear some professional takes on this stuff. But to get to the point of this particular topic, some production company somewhere, they got their head stuck up their ass pretty damn far, and they're reimagining The Wizard of Oz with modern takes on social practices within the movie / musical question mark.
Confused.
Yeah, and that's always cute, isn't it? When you take something
Was
that's
it-
full of nostalgia with the rose-colored glasses, the whole fucking point is that it harkens back to a simpler time. That's literally the fucking point.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna make
And
the
you know
main
what?
character black?
I don't know. There's not a whole lot of
knows?
details, but the announcement
thing
came
is-
out. The announcement just came out that they're going to put basically some sort of modern identity politics in it, and that's literally where the explanation began and ended. And whenever I hear modernization and reimagining in the same sentence, I automatically think either a integral character to the story is going to be LGBTQ, or they're going to race swap, or they're going to change something in there to put some sort of modern social political bent on it so that they can say, hey, look, we did something really awesome. Get fucked.
Was that your Scarecrow impression?
I don't know. It was my modern producer idiot that thinks it's a good idea to recreate and remake nostalgic properties in some insulting way.
That were literally built
Right.
to be timely. It was written in
Timeless?
the middle of. I'm sorry.
I was saying timeless, perhaps, would be a better word.
It's kind of like at the end of the movie, it's like she goes to the Tin
wizard.
Man. It's like, I gave you a heart. And he's like, thank you. And then he's like, goes to the scarecrow. It's like, I gave you a brain. Thank you. And then the woke bullshit part with the lion's like, lion, I gave you herpes. I didn't want herpes.
Too bad.
Oh Lord.
I would disagree with the timeless part only because there are certain key things regarding that story that are timely because for a lot of reasons.
Can't believe the chat didn't like that one.
It's gonna be like, bitch, why you drop a house on my sister?
Oh God.
It's
Drive-by
gonna be like a
stars.
drive-by with the lollipop guild or something. It's like,
So- I'm sorry.
The lollipop kid.
I'm sorry, Odie.
Don't worry about it.
go ahead.
Anyways, you were saying you disagree with timeless because you think there were things that were more.
It was literally written in the middle of the Great Depression. The Dust Bowl was happening.
right.
Mhm.
So for some people who may not be aware, and this is not a knock on anyone, I'm just putting this out there.
Like
The Great
potato.
Depression, although yes, clearly America survived. Yes, America was not the only one, being hit hard by a recession. Australia went through another one, and a lot of other people too. At the same time, there were some serious, let's say, climate-related issues going on, where essentially in the bread bowl of America, which is essentially the Midwest, I mean, all the way down, from here in Wisconsin, Illinois, all that shit, all the way down through Oklahoma, Tornado Alley, essentially. All of it turned in, crops died. There was a massive drought, massive crop failures, to the point where some people were selling their children to hope that their children would have a better life somewhere else. It was fucking bad. And so this young girl in the middle of Kansas, the middle of the Great Depression, the Dust Bowl, shit's looking dark, it's bleak. It's a big deal. You dream of bigger things. That is timely. Now, in regarding certain other themes of the story, yes, those are timeless. But the timeliness of that movie, I think, is still very, very important because, for starters, let's remember, female lead character, not exactly the most common thing, okay? But to have a young woman in that role, I think, was not only an amazing storytelling choice, because she's the one who helps with her ragtag group of friends to reveal the wizards, really just kind of the facade of what all that is. But also just the simplicity of there's no place like home. That no matter how far an adventure you go on, no matter how far you go, no matter what you accomplish, you still want to go where home is. It in a way, it's sort of that if you were to be faced with the challenges you face now versus the challenges of someone else's life, you'll keep going back to the ones you already know because you at least know how to fight those. But if you're going to change a story, why are you changing it? You need to have reasons why. The whole point of nostalgia is that it is so good. It is both, it's bittersweet. It makes you wish you could go back to that time, but at the same time, you know damn well you can't because that set of circumstances tied to that emotion, tied to that time, tied to that place can't be replicated, and you can't go back. And at the same time, that protects it from being hurt, from being damaged, from being brought to the reality of what it is you face right now. That's why we go back to the things we love, those simpler things.
There
You
was
don't
a
want it
reimagining.
to be
Oh,
tainted.
sorry. But you
I'm
were
sorry,
done.
no, continue.
No, I was going to say they did a reimagining of the Wizard of Oz already.
Yes.
It was called
Sci-fi,
The
I think.
Wiz, right?
Yeah. But
Oh, I was thinking the Tin Man.
Why does that sound familiar to me? But the one that sticks
Sci-fi.
in.
It had
Okay.
Zoe Deschanel, I think, as Dorothy.
Okay.
It was a mini series. I think it was like 6 episodes.
Okay.
I'll get back to you on that after the show because my mom had it. So this might
Okay.
be more like a tomorrow thing. But
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know.
the concept of the Wizard of Oz, I don't mind being, done or redone. But the thing is that when you start trying to put in your own, you shoehorn your own things in there. Why do modern retellings not do well? It's because you're missing some of the essential things that make sense.
You can't
Abba and Preach
necessarily
had a really great point.
recapture.
Sorry.
You can't. I'm sorry, I was talking over you.
No, go ahead.
You can't necessarily recapture that lightning in a bottle. Lightning rarely strikes the same place more than once.
Unless you're the New York Yankees. Responding to the chat. Go ahead.
But
Fuck you, Soda.
like, regardless, it's just if you're going to do something that's going to have some tie-in basis around or anything to do with an original intellectual property that had widespread amazing success, in my humble opinion, the only way you're going to recapture that success or come close to that kind of success is either A, if you follow the same template, the same kind of design, you expand on the concept, or if you follow it up with a sequel of some sort, but you remain true to what was originally there. You can't, in my opinion, you can't hit that same level of success if you're just going to say, oh, they fucking sucked. They didn't do it right. Here's how you do it better. Excuse me? You've got a massive following that already believes that it was really awesome, and then you're going to insult it by saying that it was not good, and you're going to tell it better? You don't.
Pretty arrogant.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of that's actually exactly my point. The arrogance, the hubris, the like, what the fuck are you thinking? And this is the same fucking problem that everything that's going on in entertainment right here and right now in modern America, it's the same problem they're having. Fucking Amazon, yes, it's in there. We're gonna have little words about that. They did some pretty fucking stupid that I can't wait to get to. They are suffering from their own. They're suffering from their own hubris right now as we speak. So,
hubris is a big word.
Not really.
I don't know what that means.
Pride.
Thank you. Next week, Words with Friends.
Tyrion Death has put the IMDb link in chat for Tin Man for anybody curious.
Yeah, and you have to remember with the original Wizard of Oz, all of those effects that you see, they had to use every trick in the book that they had without the use of computer generated graphics. That was all matte paintings, physical sets. Mm-hmm. That was set changes, camera tricks that they had to innovate or use or master.
Again,
they had to do all that then and there. Timing was impeccable.
You see, despite the fact that you say you haven't actually ever watched it all the way through in one sitting, or whatever your implication is,
I don't know anything about the Wizard of Oz. Let me talk about the Wizard of Oz.
Like the fact is that you have enough knowledge on the subject that you can appreciate the point that I was trying to express in this topic.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, I don't have to watch something to know about it, but
that's kind of my point. That's kind of why I think you appreciate me bringing this topic up, because it honestly gave you a lot to say about it. Stuff that I would never have been able to articulate, even though I know about it,
Don't remake it. Don't do it.
I hope they don't.
You will piss off
fucking crazy
so many people.
Fucking crazy.
You want to make your own story? Hollywood needs news stories.
Hi, I'm Hero. Give me some spoilers for this series I've never seen.
Can I spoil something I never freaking saw? I didn't spoil shit.
Oh, we made a new T-shirt that
Mhm.
you might enjoy. That's Hero inspired.
Oh, I saw it.
It reminds me of the highlighting thing here. Pretend to be surprised. Then don't tell the audience you saw it, so that when you first see it, it looks like, oh my god, this is amazing. Chieftain, you're a genius. I've never seen this. This is the first time I've seen it ever. And this looks so good. Wow, this is great. Not, I saw it already. And just totally
I saw
blow
the
your
design,
load.
okay? I saw the design.
Is
I'm
this-
still going to say, hey.
I mean, is it really like? With
Oh,
Wizard of Oz,
hey.
is it really spoiler alerts if
No, it's just
been out
sarcasm.
for like
Hey,
damn near
let
100
me
years?
jump over you guys for a second. We have a comment on YouTube. A Nikki Cunningham. Oh, dude,
Okay.
what are they
Hi,
doing
Nikki.
to the Wizard of Oz? Hi, Nikki. By the way, we're lagging out. We're glad you're here.
Nothing good. I'm sorry. Nothing good.
Yeah, Odie's right. Nothing good is happening to the Wizard of Oz. Somebody somewhere got a wild hair up their ass and decided they wanted to modernize it with modern social politics, with something that had absolutely nothing to do with social politics, racism, gender identity, sexuality. No, it was a wholesome story that was written during the time of the Great Depression with a
Times
lot of
of
other
Jesus.
problems. And somebody decided that they were going to come out and publicly announce, hey, we're going to modernize the Wizard of Oz.
Good lord.
Which is so weird because there have been 2 prequels written for the Wizard of Oz. One of them
Mhm.
was Wicked. One of them
Mhm.
was about the wizard. Oz. I think it's
Mhm.
actually called Oz.
There's one called The Wiz as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, It's already been done.
Yeah. The very first time it was released, Christian Chenoweth was the one played. Was in Wicked, and
Yes,
like
J.W. Jax.
I love her to death. I love her to death. Christian Chenoweth. She's like 5 foot. She's probably your height, Oni, but she sings like she's 7'3". She
Oh my
got
God.
like one of the best voices ever. It's just amazing voice. Very full voice.
Lung capacity. It's how you project your voice.
Yeah, she's got a nice set of lungs.
Mhm.
Giggity,
She does.
giggity,
Oh,
giggity.
No, I like her so much. I saw her on Broadway in a I don't know if the musical. I think it was called The Apartment, and she was there with the guy who played Jack in Will and Grace. Like they did a Broadway show, and I was in New York and with my family. It's like, hey, you want to? Kristen Chenoweth is there. I'm like, you want to see? I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to go see Kristen Chenoweth. I'm like, yeah, I want to go on Broadway and see her. I'm like the only straight dude gonna be in there, but that's fine because I love Kristen Chenoweth. So I went on there and she's just freaking amazing. Like I kind of fanboyed out and we waited at the back room, at the back doors to wait for her to come out to sign my playbill. Like I was just so fanboy because I love her so much. She's great. And she got famous by doing one of those for doing Wicked. So that's where she really got her notoriety from. So just to get that, it's like if I met her, I'd probably like freak out. Like I'd be like a little girl, like, oh my god, it's Kristen Chenoweth. I just like her that much. She's so talented and she's like wholesome. You don't hear a bad thing about this woman. And she's won Tonys for that. Like when she was the first one of the original cast for Wicked, and she's like a really good actor. So it's funny because I've never saw Wicked. But but she's just amazing, and she's part of that. Like the prequels were good, you know, and they didn't try to reinvent the wheel there, you know. They just tried to expand upon a story that we didn't know about. So they had a little bit of carte blanche about the Wicked Witch,
Carte blanche.
the Wizard, the carte blanche about that. So they had a little bit of space to work with, Oni. So you can actually do that, but reimagining something that's already been done, then I always have animosity towards it, regardless of whatever. It's like, oh, it's about race. I'm like, no, motherfucker. Like, I want to see Black Adam and The Rock there, and I think that's a great story and good character pick, a good actor pick for that. It's not about race. I've always said it's about story and character. Oh, is it the continuity is a huge issue with me.
Continuity.
Continuity, that's a big word, right?
That one is.
I think he's talking about his incontinence now.
I mean,
No, I'm not incontinent.
talking about? My
I'm
balls are hot.
intercontinent, North America, but
I mean, look at Mulan, the live action versus the
there goes
animated.
his camera.
It's
Oh, he's back.
You know,
just not
they changed
focusing.
certain things, and it changed how the story flowed, which is to say
Yeah.
the story didn't flow. There are certain things you cannot make as a one-to-one, and I will
Right.
stand on this hill to the death fucking die. Just because you want to change some of the iconography or the symbolism does not mean you should do that.
We are scaring people off with these big words.
Dragons
you.
and phoenixes do not have the same meaning.
Who has the most degrees in the room? Ah, yeah, that would be me.
Ooh, no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but who
Uh,
has the most certifications in the room?
Probably me too.
Doubt that.
Who has the one with the fewest fucks to give?
That's you.
Boney.
Oh,
Phoenix and the
jeez.
dragon do not
Oh,
serve the same
motherfucker.
purpose in the symbolic meaning of China, and have not. You cannot change them as a one-to-one. They do not serve the same. They are very important, yes, but very different, and you need to respect that. If you don't, you are actually spitting on the very culture you think you're trying to make all better and try to put them on a platform and all that.
Look at she does that voice.
Also, really funny that you tried to make it more realistic when you had a transforming witch.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite
realistic.
dragons are the imagined dragons.
Dead.
I'll stick to the rest of the dragons.
Da, da,
Anyways.
da, 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 da. Crickets.
Here, I got one for that.
Soda is kawaii.
I don't know where that is, but
Kawaii means
Japanese.
cute.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh.
say it's Japanese for cute.
muy bonita.
No hablas español.
Wow.
Fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you, buddy. So go on. All right with this.
Yeah,
It is the weekend.
You brought up Milan, the live action, and all I can think is that served no purpose other than pissing China off when they were trying to pander to China.
Well, it was also done because they, used concentration camps full of Uyghur Muslims. But it's okay. China can do whatever they want, right?
Yeah, that's right. Do
Yeah.
whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
So, what?
They're buying Australia.
We're part of a one China policy.
Do we need
That is not what you said on 60 Minutes, you idiot.
Wasn't
You said you would attack China and defend Taiwan, you fucking moron. Doesn't even know his own policy. Give that fucking guy a half of grilled cheese sandwich, some weak tea, and put that old piece of shit to bed. I'm sorry. Was that out loud?
just the quiet part?
Can I have a grilled cheese sandwich?
Fucking
I want a grilled cheese sandwich right now too.
Hey, so
Grilled cheese is
wasn't-
amazing.
wasn't-
Some pickles and ketchup.
Hey, let me get out the fishing rod.
Oh,
and try
that's
and
another
reel this
thing.
shit show back in here. Hey,
I
wasn't
can't have-
Omi's Yomi supposed to be about the new TSR and Wizards of the Coast?
I don't know because
thing?
there was nothing in there.
There was
Oh.
a note on that slide.
But it's blank.
Now we got to put our cowboy hats on. Let's
The
see.
OMI, WOTC, and I
Yes.
can't even read that.
The Yomi.
Nuster.
Wizards of the Coast and new TSR are at war. That
Oh,
is
okay.
the title that Badger put in there.
Okay. I'll have to wear a cowboy hat. Who
I got
redeemed
one
that?
on. Charanda.
Yeah, of course.
I don't have it with me today. Just kidding. It's right here. But go ahead, Oni. Wizards of the Coast. New news on that?
I'll make it quick because
No, you don't have to. Take your time. Go into as much detail as you can.
it's been pushed back. So it's not going to be the end of the month. We hear anything? Well, not officially at
Just-
least.
Oh, Jesus. I just looked at the YouTube comments again. Sorry.
No, you're good. So it'll be mid to late October when we hear anything.
Yeah,
This is to yes.
I'm sorry. I glanced at the topic a little bit, looked at it a little bit. Oddly enough, despite the fact that both sides are viciously at odds, they both agreed together that they wanted to push it back. And I think I saw that the injunction was filed directly against what's his name? Lannister?
Lanassa.
Lanassa, yeah. Which is odd. It wouldn't
Not really.
well, I find it odd because it's not directly addressing TSR. It's directed specifically at Lanasser. Very specifically.
Yes,
Naming him.
because he's pissed off a lot of people. He is, to my knowledge, of this branch of TSR that we know of, the one running that version of TSR.
Yeah.
He has been the one putting his name on documents. He's been the one who's
Right.
labeling himself as the owner of new TSR. This will land at his feet. Because remember, the other two that branched off, they don't really speak about this anymore. They try,
Right.
but they're not really part of it. Solarian Games, off doing their own thing.
Giant Head.
What was it? Giant World? They're off doing their own thing. This new TSR is basically Lanassa's pet project.
Which
And
leads me to think even more so that the Gygax family name is not really a part of it, even though it's attached to it.
if I recall, one of the sons is considered a traitor to TSR thanks to one of Lanassa's leaked documents. Cinder Shadow is also on that list. I believe Tenkar's Tavern is also listed in the documents.
A bunch of YouTubers that were actually supporting them.
Yes, because they also called them out on their bullshit. So when Lanassa heard about this, he basically pulled up some stuff and decided to go Scorched Earth, which is a really great idea when you're trying to go up against a big $1 billion company. I'm fairly certain it's pretty close to that. So,
well, if I had anything to say, I'm probably looking at this more or less and just going, yeah, really good idea. Burn the people that will help you. That'll get them to help you more, won't it?
Yep. So Lanassa wants to play big boy rules with not big boy money. He's about to find out.
Yeah, I think
so that's why they've been mostly. Sorry.
I'm sorry. It's unimportant, but I think the saying goes, "Fuck around and find out."
Yes.
Bring it.
Or
come at me! I fucking dare you.
Sorry.
There it is. And you guys would have had the ability to get those sounds if we would still be on Patreon by the end of the month.
Well, we'll find another way.
That slide was taken out.
Yeah, we're going to. I think we might look at talking about some solutions that are decent solutions to replace Patreon outside of the show. But
buy t-shirts from Hero. And Unisol. Unisol's like, I'm buying a cheap. Everyone wants to help us with the t-shirts. I'm like, it's appreciated. Yeah. Where were you guys 2 years ago? But
all right. Anyways, we can move on to the next slide, which is. I find this one hilarious.
That's funny.
I find this
one hilarious. But all of the 3 executives complained about Hilali, the screening of the anime to which the producers told them to kick rocks, and then she wasn't a lolly. I think that's how you say it, but rather petite. Yep. The executives now apologize, stating they are glad the cut didn't happen. So what is the context here? I have no idea what this is.
So Cyberpunk 2077 has a extra media kind of, well, what do they call it? Cross media story. It's an anime that's actually produced, or that's actually been released by Netflix, produced by an actually a pretty big name in anime. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Maybe something I should have put in the notes, I guess. But the company that produced it is a very popular company well respected in the industry when it comes to animation. And when they did a screening of the series with executives that are putting their names on this, they actually, the executives, and I was kind of exaggerating and joking. I don't know the real number of executives that complained about it, but there were a few executives that were like, "Hey, there's a lolly in this, and we want to remove the lolly to not offend people." And the producers are like, "No, no, that character's not a lolly, and she's gonna stay." And then they came back and said, "Oh, she doesn't fit the aesthetic of Night City in Cyberpunk 2077." And they said, "No, she's staying. Kick rocks." And then the executives were like, "She's got to go." And they said, "Either she stays or you don't get the show." And they're like, "Okay, fine, she stays." So, long story short, the joke was made that the lolly must stay. And
What's a
there is-
lolly?
oh Lord,
Okay, so
lolly.
there's
I'll let Oni run with it. Actually,
Okay.
a
be right back,
couple
my
of
kid's
things.
screaming.
It's a bit of a story, so I'll try to keep it short. Lolly is short for Lolita. It's a type of style that is given a lot of credit to Japan because they popularized it. However, the original instance of Lolita was actually a name in a book. The character was Lolita, as the book was named after. And essentially, it was unfortunately a book about a pedophilic relationship between a stepfather and what turned out to be his stepdaughter, based off of a true crime that actually happened in Europe, where he took his stepdaughter lover to several places throughout Europe. It did not go well for anyone. However, the term Lolita nowadays is coined to refer to someone, usually a young lady, or when I say young lady, I do mean an adult woman who likes to dress in a style that is more reminiscent of Victorian or Edwardian England. So knee-length dresses, lots of layers, a lot of ruffles, frills, very doll-like. Some of the popular terms you may hear is Gothic Lolita. There is Prince Lolita, which is more of a boy style. Things like that. So it's supposed to be very cutesy, a very effeminate style, usually European as well.
European.
And nowadays, lolly, regarding that
You're
term,
bad.
lolly tends to refer to a character who tends to be a young girl, underage, who also dresses like that, but may also be the love interest or sexual interest of someone in a TV show or a piece of media. I personally do not like it because I'm one of those that goes, if they don't look adult, they should not be doing adult things. However, if it is specified they are an adult, they just happen to look a little young, that's a little different. Dance of the Vampire Bund is one I harp on a lot because that character looks prepubescent. But they're like, oh, but she's a 2,000-year-old vampire.
What do you think, Carol?
Because
Hero's chair. What do you think?
Good answer. Really? Dun, dun, dun.
You all right, Odie?
mhm.
Oh, and he's
Well,
gonna kill somebody.
Now I know the context. So it's basically,
It's a cultural term, and
yeah.
the thing is that lolly can be seen as negative
Lolly
because
life matter.
here in America we have these
Yeah.
things called age ratings and age of consent, but at the same
Right.
time, some people really do just look younger than they are. So, and the thing is that if you're an executive producer and you're only just now finding out some of this shit, maybe you should look into this stuff a little bit sooner. I'm just saying, if I were on that team and they're like, hey, by the way, we have to redo the whole thing, bitch, I would lose my shit. I'd be like, it's done. You
That would
want us
suck.
to redo the entire show because of one character, the lead character, or a lead character. Are you
You
out
have
of
to
your
start it
fucking
back.
mind?
You have to go, Oni, you'd have to go back to formula at least literally go all the way back to even before storyboards and
Yeah.
rewrite
Right? Yeah, you would.
rewrite the script.
Exactly. I would be
Then go to
fucking
storyboard.
pissed. If
I'd be
you
so
are
ma-
as a leader, you are incapable of inspecting what you expect. You should not be a leader. Should not.
Mhm.
But hey, what do I know?
Like our character for Breast Cancer Awareness Month is Lagatha, right?
Mhm.
So it's an anime character, but it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're not sexualizing her. We're saying, hey, da 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 da. Like it's just a character. We're not overdoing something. It's just a character. Putting that character into situations creates the background for that character. So if there's a dichotomy between the way the character is drawn, clothing, whatever, and the situations that before mentioned character is put in. Is that kind of where you're going with that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. I know it's a layman explanation, but
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, not everyone is really so far into the lolly culture, really gives a fuck
yeah.
what lolly culture
I'm
is,
confused because I've been called a lolly.
When you're wearing that skin, I'm not
No,
surprised.
no, I'm just saying in general. Somebody calls you a lolly, what's that mean?
That doesn't
Sometimes
make
it
sense.
means they think you have a fetish.
And that would be a
Mm.
lolicon, I would think.
I thought he was a brony.
That would be more
Nova
strange.
Nova calls me a lolly all the time. So
I don't
Does he?
think Nova is using the word correctly.
no,
Or it's some sort of
anime nerd.
so it's Australian slang. Could be that
No,
as well.
because he's an anime nerd.
So it makes sense for him to say something like that, but not to call you a lolly. Unless you're wearing
Anyways.
the wrong avatar.
I know. We say that. See, I hear that word a lot too.
I heard of weebs, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is either.
It's another version of the term otaku, which is basically someone who thinks that they're all up in Japanese culture, but they're really not. Anime is not
Oh, okay.
all there is to Japanese culture. I've been called a weeb. I find it fucking insulting because I'm actually half Japanese. I didn't realize being half Japanese made me automatically a weeb.
No,
Wow.
what makes a person a weeb is whether or not they really truly appreciate the culture found in anime. I've
This
never thought of calling somebody a weeb meaning that they think they know a lot about anime culture. I think I've always thought of it as somebody that really loves and is obsessed with anime culture, Japanese culture, like all things associated with watching anime.
There was a term that sounded like that, but it wasn't weeb. But I heard it. I seen it in the Discord chat, but I wasn't
Weeaboo.
sure.
Yeah, well, weeb is
No, it
short
was-
for weeaboo.
It was something else. I don't know what it. I don't remember the name of it, but it sounds like that. I don't know. But anyways, we beat this dead horse. So we're gonna go to Hero's favorite subject here, Ezra Miller. His best friend, his BFF.
They hang out, don't they?
Them.
Wow,
Their
that
best
hair. That hair looks just like Hero.
So confirm Miller cult leader pays off accusers. How does he even have the money? He's like a minor character in a movie.
How much do
I
you pay
don't
you,
know.
Hero? Can you sub this month?
Wow.
I mean, he had to pay you at least $5, right? For what did you say? Putting it in the poop
stink
chute?
hole.
No, the stink hole. Yeah.
He said the stink hole on
the
one of the
Hershey
lists this
Highway.
week.
He took the Hershey Highway with Hero and paid him off. Oh my god.
No, but yeah, he's referring to the clip that we had. Was it yesterday?
I don't remember.
He's like,
when was it on Facebook?
He's like, he said something to the effect that Ezra Miller would attract cis females
And pretend to be
he-
transgender, but he's never taking it in the,
right, but he's never gone after
Okay,
a
so,
a
yeah.
male or something like that.
E- visibly, not visually, but visibly, publicly, nobody's seen them with a male. He's only been associating with females. So how can they claim to be non-binary?
Well, they can they is a gender. Who they are attracted to is a different thing. So gender and sex, the understanding is, are two different things.
Well, yes, I do get that concept. Anyways, so the actual story.
Go down that stink hole, rabbit hole, whatever you want to call it.
Let me kind of clarify this particular topic.
Yeah, go ahead,
ignoring
please.
The absolute atrocities coming out of Soda's mouth.
Oh, what are you talking about?
So it's been not necessarily confirmed, but the media is picking up on. The media is picking up on the. I'm sorry. I just
you're Dark Nova. You're getting ahead of the story. Hold on.
I just changed the top chats to live chat on YouTube, and our fan that's watching us. I apologize if you're waiting for too long, but Nikki Cunningham here is watching us, saying that she's here to shit on Rings of Power.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can join. You definitely going to be here for that, so be sure to bring both barrels.
Yes. But anyways, so
thank you for watching us.
The story is not so much that it's confirmed, but the media is actually publicly talking about things that close friends of Ezra's have said, and his ex romantic interest at the time, or originally female, now we don't know because Ezra messes people up mentally.
Non-binary.
She came out publicly and said, like, this version of Ezra Miller that everybody in the world is seeing right now did not exist when she started dating them. However, over the course of their relationship, they found out how toxic he was. She, the whole time during their relationship, thought that she was at fault for all of their fights and misunderstandings and, romantic stresses, because I don't know how much you guys know. I'm sure actually that you know more than I do. But when you're in a relationship, nothing's fucking perfect. There's going to be disagreements. There's going to be fights. There's going to be misunderstandings. Somehow this man, being as eloquent and, charismatic as he is, was able to convince her that everything was her fault and that he never did anything wrong. And she explained that I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck.
No.
I'm more offended by the pineapple on fucking pizza that Honey Badger put in there.
Wow, that's
Hawaiian
funny.
pizza's good.
I gotta say that I think Ghost has it right. Ezra does sound like the male
version of Amber Heard. Yeah, that's.
Either way, okay. Long story short, it's come out that there's this guy that attached himself to Ezra Miller, saying that they are the modern Messiah, and somehow convinced, and somehow Ezra is convinced that they are going to be the arbiter of the apocalypse by marrying their indigenous spider goddess.
Indigenous to where?
I'm assuming it's a reference to their companion. What's her name? Takata Ironsides.
Iron Eyes.
Iron Eyes, not Ironsides. Wow.
Is that her gamer tag? Or is that her real name?
That's her real name. She's
Native American name.
She's a Lakota
got you.
Sioux. She's Lakota Sioux.
As the chieftain, I recognize that name as legitimate.
Well,
wrong tribe.
Takata Iron Eyes. I'm guessing that is a reference to that individual. Who
she might have gray eyes or something. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. But my comment there is, what is she? Some real life version of Lolth? If anybody would get that reference, I would be amused.
Dro goddess.
Yes, I am amused.
Do I not amuse you?
Sometimes.
Grammar shark do 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 do.
But
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, if nobody has gotten it yet, the reality is that EZRA is not facing any legal problems at the
Of course
moment.
not.
Nobody noticed all of the legal woes that EZRA has dusted up with over the last 2 years have magically disappeared. A la Disney style. And what I
Who's
mean
got
by
the
that,
privilege again?
apparently rich people.
2-tier justice system, anyone?
That's right. So I gotta say it's hilarious, and I say Disney style because Disney has this knack for waving the white gloves and flashing the green wearing Mickey ears, and problems just
boy.
disappearing.
We fucked up. We don't care.
Here, have some money.
Let's ruin Star Wars again. Ezra Miller. Fuck him. Them. Sorry.
Yeah.
Disney doesn't own DC.
I know.
Marvel.
I know.
It's all the same.
Still, it's the same way that Disney makes shit disappear. There's been a whole lot of legal drama that's happened in the last, I don't know, 5 years that, Disney was at the root of that never went anywhere. Just magically disappeared. The magic isn't just in the kingdom,
Yeah.
Anyways.
Now you're not allowed to have strollers in the Magic Kingdom. They're banning
why?
strollers.
Good
Because people keep on
God, what
stealing
is going
shit.
on with the size of your head?
Who? Yours?
You. What the fuck?
Big head cheat code.
What an idiot.
He's on fire.
What an idiot.
I'm so glad you mentioned Disney because that's what the next topic is.
Ironic, isn't it?
Don't you like rain on your wedding day?
It's like rain.
Hey, on your
On your
wedding
wedding
day.
day. It's a full ride. When
Shut
you
up and dribble,
already
bitch.
paid.
Oni is just so sick of our shit tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
She's, like,
Hey, play the
completely
Ewok
over our
song
shit.
For Tear and Death, please.
Oh yeah, somebody.
Good Lord.
I think it was Badger actually.
Well,
Oh. Burger time? Okay.
I go past 30 seconds on this, I get flagged on YouTube.
really?
Yeah. We usually get flagged for 2 or 3 things on these lives.
Who would have thought? Anyways, so context here is, and ironically so, and ironic, like, oh, good Lord, not.
Isn't it ironic?
There is an investor who is a self-described activist investor. That's where the irony is. Came out publicly in one of the recent investor calls and publicly blasted Disney, saying that Disney needs to remain politically neutral and stop doing what Bob Chapek has been doing, which has been
Cheap
bowing to progressive political pressures.
Woke makes you broke.
Also, hilariously, on the news within the last week, Bob Chapek was called Bob Paycheck.
Oh.
Publicly on the news. It was funny. It was a Freudian slip.
Right.
Political pressures. But I mean, that's all this particular topic is. I don't have any finer details, but because I didn't feel like going through and memorizing half of a news article. But really, the meat of the story is it's
The meat.
it's getting
Tell us about the meat.
yeah. You're you know what?
What an idiot.
Just the actual human. God, I can't focus.
He's got to take his Adderall. The ADHD is just like
I took my pill.
overpowering.
I think now I forgot. God damn it.
Yeah, you probably took the wrong pill. I think you took the blue one, huh, Soda?
Yeah, he took the blue pill instead.
Wow.
Oh
Now I
shit, where's my
forgot.
cyanide pill?
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck.
Let's do it together. Speed run life, Oni. Let's fucking do it. Let's speed run it.
It is painless. Chief gets it.
Nikki Cunningham. She said genocide. I don't know what she means by that. I don't know. What the
She
context is.
only was referencing the Uyghur concentration camps in China.
Is she still in there?
I don't know actually.
There's one watching now, and I don't know if that's me or not.
That's us because I switched to Laggin Out.
Okay, and I'm a nearest chieftain, so.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Why does that name look familiar to me?
I don't know.
I work with somebody named Cunningham, but I don't think her first name was Nikki. And she was a brunette, not a blonde. I don't think it's the same person.
I wanted to look at the profile, but it's not letting me. Anyways,
Yeah.
Stalker.
Fucking,
there's
fucking
one.
creep.
The actual focus of the article had a lot to do with the missteps that Disney as a company has taken over the last couple of years since Chapek's taken over. And that's about it. And I was not really that interested in reading those finer details because we kind of reported over that over the last like 3 years since he's taken over on a lot of their really dumb mistakes that they've been making. Anyways, next.
Yay! Hey, someone put poop and fire on my slide.
Sweet.
Hey!
It gets better. Don't worry, Chief.
How come I'm out of the frame?
That's a good question.
I thought I fixed that in post.
Right?
I'm not centered.
You broke it.
Centered.
Yeah, I don't know why, but my mind automatically like overlapped your head into Oni's frame on my screen. Oh my god, I'm going loopy right now.
That White Claw.
If only there was no, I think I'd be throwing up if it was White Claw.
Okay, Andor.
Andor.
I watched the first 3 episodes.
And
Please tell me.
Without spoilers, I'll try to avoid the spoilers because it'd be really easy because I don't know what the fuck was going on in the first episode. Completely confusing. I didn't know who the character was till like the 3rd episode, but if you're a fan of Rogue One, this goes to the story of, I can't remember his first name, but his last name is Andor, and it starts off of him accidentally killing somebody and trying to escape the Empire security forces. Well, they're basically the security guards of the Empire, and he tries to get off planet and tries to cover his tracks, and it's It goes through his whole story, his backstory of where he came from, how he got there, how he left. And the first episode and a half is very slow. They more or less take their sweet ass fucking time telling what was going on with this character, which was completely confusing to me because I don't know the Star Wars expanded universe. So it was very hard to watch. Maybe I should have read the synopsis of each story instead of just like jumping into it and like, oh, I'll be able to figure this out. I know everything about Star Wars. Not really. My name's not Oni. She knows a lot more about the lore than I will ever care to learn, and is like very knowledgeable in that aspect of Star Wars. But it started to pick up. The story started to develop a little bit more. Some stranger mentor, typical hero storyline going through. Find the mentor, that sort of thing. Unknown world. Yada yada yada. You heard us talking about that before. And the third episode is him eventually like finding where he is in the universe and trying to get away, so to speak. But you don't know if he gets away or not. I'm not going to tell you what happens.
They'll die.
It's very slow, but if you hang in there and get past the episode and a half, it starts to get interesting. If you are a fan of Rogue One, you will love this show. I disliked Rogue One.
I did too.
And so my expectations were very low of this show. So I was set up at a low point like Thor Love and Thunder, like that low. Yeah. So I kept it with low expectations and it didn't disappoint me. It didn't exceed it. It was fine. The second I saw Kathleen Kennedy's name at the end, Hero's face popped in my brain. And his disdain for Kathleen Kennedy. And but
Contempt.
it is very to me it's very milquetoast. So if out of 3 lag bars in the Lagging Out logo, I'd give it 1.5, 1.25 so far. I have a feeling it's going to get better, but the story is starting to kind of develop a little bit more and more and getting interesting. So we'll see what happens. Did anyone else see it?
That's very on par with what I'd been hearing from general trusted reviewers. Like
Never heard of milk. Let me explain the term milquetoast to Terror Death. Back in the 50s, they used to put toast in milk and eat it with a spoon. And it was a very bland type of snack. That's what milquetoast is. I've actually seen it done. I actually seen it done in 1940s movies. That's what milquetoast means. But go ahead.
Huh.
Yeah.
I actually
It's very bland.
didn't realize that is where that reference came from, but I hear that phrase all the time and I've associated it with mediocre.
That's essentially what it means.
There's your for the day, guys.
The Umtacular 2.
You are really fucking distracting when you do that, dude.
Sounding like you.
You're not succeeding very well.
Did you see your video?
Yeah. Yeah, I
There's
did.
like
I
900
laughed all
ums
the
in
way
there.
through it. I laughed all the way through it. Of the, I would say, originally I'd said 2 because I'd only checked out 2 people reviewing it. But I'd say
okay.
3 or 4 people. It's very much middling as far as the reviews I've seen. One guy that I expected to rate it very harshly actually gave it a middling review and said that he was interested in seeing more of the show, even though he felt like the writing was very bad. The main character, he felt like the main character was dull and really not that good. But he said that he really latched on and enjoyed the 2 characters around the main character. And again, him
Okay.
on his own saying that he was interested in seeing more of the show, despite the fact that I expected him to rate it very harshly. Like, straight up, I expected him to just straight call it woke bullshit and then move on.
I wouldn't even go. I don't even think it was woke at all.
Like, I was expecting him to rate it like that and then move on. But that I was very surprised. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers has been very anti Star Wars from Disney, and he gave it an okay to decent rating. So that's shocking. Now, as from Heels versus Babyface, he straight up called it bullshit, garbage, boring, and said he's not watching any more of it.
Okay.
So that's
around.
You know, but again,
Oh,
he's another
Clarice.
person that I actually trust the reviews of. Like, he actually dragged himself through watching all of Batwoman. And every
I have a story on that. Remind
episode
me when we're
of
done here.
Batwoman. He watched every one of them and he gave a recap review of it. Like, I'm talking 30-minute long videos where he was like, this is what's going on. And then he'd commentate on it. And then he said,
Right.
this is what's going on. And then he'd commentate on it. And it was, I felt bad for him because he hated doing that.
Paid like $100,000 doing it though.
Well, I mean, if only, but he probably does make decent money. He started his YouTube channel being a WoW game player, like a WoW streamer. So,
wow.
yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Anyways, I think if I were to sit down
dude.
and watch this, I would probably be like, it's okay. It's not god awful, and I don't want to stop watching yet.
I managed to watch those 3 episodes and Hulk in one day, and then watch Ring of Power on the weekend.
What episode are you with Ring of Power?
Was there a new one released this week?
Yeah,
I'm one
it-
episode
it-
behind.
If I remember correctly, it drops on Thursdays, and I think House of the Dragon drops on Sunday.
I don't watch House of the Dragon because I'd never watched Game of Thrones.
Well, I'm just trying to keep track of everything because
Yeah.
it's been in the news lately. So
Yeah, the only reason I watch Andor
Mhm.
is that I know no one was going to watch it on the live here today. And this is like, no one had the time. I did. I said, I'm thinking, okay, this one episode, I can get through one episode, right? And it's like, oh, episode 2. I'm like, what the
Ouch.
fuck? There's another episode? And I watched that one. I'm like, okay, there's 2. All right, that's fine, 2. I got 2. I can probably retain some of the story. And then it's like, what the fuck? There's a 3rd one?
I find
And
that
I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm never going to get done with this. It was like homework.
I find
know.
that amazing. Maybe amazing isn't the word for it.
Surprising. Disappointed.
I don't know. I just-
Dumbfounded.
maybe dumbfounded.
Okay.
What
there we go.
is Disney doing? The whole I'm just gonna drop the whole series right now that we have done right now, and we've got a whole year to make a whole other series. You're not going to retain
Okay.
your viewer base. They're going to freaking binge and then drop. Like
I'm
that-
confused.
Sorry.
So it wasn't me. It was like, it didn't drop 2 weeks ago, right? It dropped this week.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Because I
did
was
drop
at the
this
under
week.
all right. I was under the assumption that it dropped 2 weeks ago and we were 2 weeks behind, which made me. That's why I was like, how am I 3 weeks behind on this? I'm like, I feel like such a slap. I'm like, I thought we were on the edge of this, like talking about this. And then I'm thinking, oh shit, it released 2 weeks ago. My math was wrong again.
Yeah,
As you guys know, I cannot articulate an intelligent sentence, nor can I do math on a live. So with those 2 things, I'm thinking it's automatically my fault and I'm going to get called out on it really quick on the show. So I'm glad that they dropped all three at once. I act like a complete asshole, just a regular asshole. I'm fine.
Yeah, well,
I'm good.
they did drop all three at once, but I don't understand
Thank
what
you,
they're
Ghost.
doing. I don't understand what they're doing or why
I
they're
don't understand
doing it.
either. Why three?
What
Could
you're
it
gonna
be
end
that-
up with, what you're gonna end up doing is you're just gonna forgive the phrasing. You're gonna blow your whole load all at once,
Well,
and then
Oni, what
people
are
are
you
gonna
gonna
be
say?
done.
and then you're gonna lick your
Sorry.
lips.
Just you, Soda.
What was that, Oni?
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
No,
you're
you're fine.
I deserve it.
No,
We all
I
deserve it.
think I think they're trying to, with the release of House of the Dragon, She-Hulk, and the Rings of Power. I think they're trying to balance out some of the metrics because they're seeing how poorly some of them are doing. So if they can try to boost by putting out their 3 strong episodes, they might be able to boost the ratings by saying, "Oh, we had X amount of viewers, this amount of watch time, and this is how it's looking with the ratings," because they
know
knew
what?
their first episode wasn't strong enough to actually just stand on its own.
I think you have something there because a lot of what I've been seeing that these big companies are doing right now is a lot of sleight of hand when it comes to numbers because they're not their numbers, their ratings, all that stuff, the view counts, all that stuff is private information to their platforms. Like only people on the back end can see the numbers, the real numbers, and because it's not like cable television or on the airways, they're not beholden to the public to give genuine numbers, which plays into some of the topics later on that we're going to be talking about. I think you're onto something because, well, Amazon's doing funky numbers, funky number games. HBO's doing funky number games, but theirs are apparently more real somehow. And Disney's been playing games with their numbers for years. They're Disney magicking things that are not doing so well into looking good. They are master magicians when it comes to that.
Hi, I'm Chieftain, and you're watching the Disney Channel.
Oh Lord. And it's sad because I can see exactly what you're trying to do there.
Now it's stuck on you too.
Oh.
It takes a minute because my stream deck is retarded.
And
No, more like Streamlabs is retarded, but
sorry, Dark Nova Dragon. Nobody seems to know how to do that these days. Yeah, I guess
source material.
I guess what we could say, Andor, was it shit or was it fire? Somewhere
It
in
was
between.
milk toast. If there was a middle part, it would be milk toast.
So flaming shit.
Crackers and
no, it's like a warmed up bowl of cereal for soda.
But that's awesome. So
It looks gross, and no one
doesn't
wants
look
to eat it.
gross.
But
It looks the
before
same as
heating it
normal
up, it's
cereal. What the
normal.
fuck?
Except it's warm.
I'll send
It's
you a
not
picture.
fucking oatmeal. He thinks putting Cheerios and milk in the microwave equals oatmeal. It doesn't
But is it
equal
raw?
fucking oatmeal. It equals fucking
No.
gross. Yes!
No,
Stop doing it. I'm forbidding you doing it.
you put sugar in there too.
Oh, God.
Live your
That'll
best
rot your
life,
teeth
Soda.
out. What's
Ugh.
that, Tony?
It's just normal cereal.
That's not normal, Soda.
It's not
Bullshit.
normal, dude.
If you did like a poll of people in America, it's just like having a glass of warm milk, but has cereal in it.
No.
Yeah.
Like, you just totally turned me off before when you said you put ketchup in fucking grilled cheese. You
With
gotta be a
pickles.
you gotta be a communist, because there's no American that does that.
Let me. Have you tried it? Is the question.
I wouldn't even think of trying it, because
Well, then
the
you
whole
can't knock it.
premise that's like saying, oh, how do you know you're not gay? You never fucked another dude. I know I don't like it because I'm straight.
But you
It's
still
the
gotta
same
try
difference.
it once. You still
No.
gotta try it once.
Absolutely not.
Oh my god.
The whole premise makes me want to, like, puke, eat the puke, and throw up the puke again.
and then feed it to Soda because it's like cereal.
I don't like turkey.
He's like,
either.
oh, it's warm. It tastes like my fucking Cheerios that comes out of the fucking microwave.
You only put them in there for like 20 seconds. It's not like you put them there for fucking 3 minutes.
No, the milk's
What
gonna
makes
be
this
ice
absolutely
cold.
hilarious is we're dogging on Soda for it. It really ain't that big of a deal.
No, like I put Frosted Flakes and the milk's got to be ice cold, and I have to eat it fast because the second the cereal gets soggy, I don't want to eat it.
Oh,
I'm
I can
opposite.
understand that feeling. That texture.
I'm
love
one of
soggy.
those people.
makes me- that texture just makes me cringe and shudder.
I've been like that since I was a kid. I hated like crunchy cereal. It had to be soggy. Maybe you like hard things in your mouth, but I don't.
Apparently, you do though.
No, that's why I make it soft.
He likes it flaccid.
That's right.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if you gotta put it in my mouth, make sure it's soft.
We have an announcement. We have a brand new T-shirt design inspired by Hero. It's a brand new logo. It's brought to you here by Lagging Out Live. It is our brand new shirt logo.
Brought to you by Garbage Human.
It is the Garbage Human T-shirt.
Sweet.
I like it. I do.
You've been asking for it. I made it. It comes in 2 colors, black and white, because that's how some people think.
Garbage Human.
The Garbage Human T-shirt can be bought at spreadshirt.com/lagging-out. That's spreadshirt.com/lagging-out. We also have other great designs that two of my hostmates have on. There are the American Gamer, and there are a bunch of ones. Eat, Sleep, Stream, Lagging Out T-shirt types as well. And they come in different colors. You can see Heroes is in red and Oni's is in blue. Very patriotic colors. And I still have yet to buy Soda one. So,
Yeah,
but
okay.
I will get you
Not holding my
and
breath.
Keith. Yeah, exactly.
Hold on, let me hold my
Well,
breath.
by the time he gets around to that, we'll have made it for you and then sent it to you.
You ready? Hold my breath.
Dark Nova Dragon says we need an anti-camper T-shirt. I'm so glad you mentioned that. We do have one. I have to look it up, but we do have one. It says it's there. It says modern tryhards, and then there's modern campers or camping is not like we do have an anti-camper T-shirt. So if you go on there, Ghost, you can actually look it up and buy one there. I do have anti-camper T-shirts. So yeah, he's like, if you spent 5 seconds instead of just saying you need one, you could. That's how I know you don't go to the website. How disappointed! I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed you haven't gone to the website to buy a shirt. No, but yeah, we do have something to that effect there. We have a Modern Warfare T-shirt. It says Modern Tryhards on it, and then there's I have to do a Modern Tryhards 2 because there's a Modern Warfare 2 game coming out. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. My Call of Duty staff shirt that was given to me from a QA tester that used to be part of the show year 1. But we need a warm milk cereal shirt.
Fuck off.
Just like a microwave and like a smoking pile of like
Smoke is-
Cheerios.
20 seconds is not fun. It's like
I know it's really small on your screen, Oni, but what do you think?
No, I think it's
Is it
cute.
okay?
I think one day we'll have to put it with like a mirror effect or a chrome shirt. That way it's all shiny as a special.
Oh,
edition.
that'll be perfect. Yeah.
But that's
Yeah, I
Simple.
think Hero can do that. I'll give Hero the logo to do. It'll be our if we hit 10,000 subscribers, we'll do a silver Garbage Human T-shirt giveaway.
We'll put it instead of having the circle as the head right there, we'll put like a square of reflective material there, so when people go to look at the shirt, they see themselves.
If I see someone cosplay
That's
this,
fucking genius, Hero. That's why you're here. Oh, that's so good.
This, I will hug you.
Look, you know what? I will do it just to get a hug from Oni.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Fair.
Oni said she's like a really good hugger. So,
Oh, really?
believe it or not, I know she has that tough exterior, but she has a very warm heart and she's a very good person.
I don't know
She will
that I've ever
stick
heard
your-
her say it.
No, her actions speak louder than her words do. And you would know that if you guys were in a Discord chat. Like if there's someone in distress or having a bad day, Oni's there like in 2 seconds. She's just like, as soon as she sees it, she'll say, it's like, are you okay? How are you doing? Da, da, da. Can I have this person's phone number? Like that's the way you are. I know you get so embarrassed when people give you compliments, but you don't get enough of them. So that's what I think. We all think you're not a garbage human. You're a great human.
I think we got a really big thing.
I'm gonna get you to cry one of these days, Oni. Get you to cry tears of joy. It's gonna happen. Also, she is related to the Lieutenant Commander Data, so that's why she doesn't cry. No tear ducts.
Fake news.
Makes sense, but I'm not gonna call it canon.
Oh,
That might be the
sake.
next T-shirt. It's canon.
It's
There
not
might be a
good.
hero.
I'll go with that being head canon.
Head canon. There we go.
It's not canon.
And
not
I'm
canon.
gonna say it again. I think we got a Oni super fan in the chat now.
Another one.
We-
Another one.
Not in a bad sense. Ghost said, "Be right back. I'm going to Home Depot to buy a trash can." He wants that hug.
He's gonna dress up for Halloween as a garbage human. I was concerned because if you squint your eyes, it looks like a sombrero, and I was really concerned. I'm like, oh, I hope people don't think that's a sombrero and like some sort of like racial shit because it's not
If
meant
someone
to be.
tries that, they're really grasping at straws.
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
trying hard. I'll give them
Yeah.
the try hard personally.
right. They'll get the
just a
modern
copy of the
try hard
t-shirt.
T-shirt.
Okay,
Oh wow,
that's borderline weird, dude.
that's a
Sorry.
little weird, Ghost. There, I want a hug from Oni Mommy. Wow,
Uh-oh.
wow, that's
Uh-oh.
creepy.
With all due
Phrasing,
respect,
bro.
That is not a kink I share. With all due respect.
I think he means it as a term of endearment more than anything else. If you know Ghost, it's more of a term of endearment. So
I like that. As much as she tries to hide it, Oni is an angel. Just be careful. You might be divinely roasted.
that is true.
True statement.
Fear and death is a fucking wordsmith, dude.
I mean, Lucifer
he
was an
can be.
angel. Let's remember that one.
That is true.
Mhm.
There we go. I like where this is going.
The top
I like-
angel.
Second,
I like what it's.
technically Michael was the bad.
Mm.
where this
Well, it depends on which hierarchy of angels we're following, because obviously archangels aren't going to be the same type as seraphim, or depending on which dogma you follow, if it's going to be the Metatron, which is essentially the voice of God. Anyways,
In the Book of Enoch, kidding.
Oh, here we go.
One of the banned books
Enochian.
from the Bible.
There's a lot.
We all came
There's a
from
lot of them.
Mars, according to the Enochian.
Yeah. Yep.
You
And we're
can't-
all
Or
hybrids of the
Scientology.
lizard people,
No, you
Homo
can't.
sapiens.
No, don't go there.
right? Just so you guys know, I'm probably going to remove this slide in probably a couple of weeks because I think people are getting it at this point. Like at the very beginning, I think it was poignant to have this, but time is very important, and time is the only commodity you can never get back, and you just lose. So be sure. Wow, Hero just flexed on us for no good reason.
Whoa,
Um,
dude.
It's kind of the point, isn't it?
He is a bodybuilder. He flexes.
Maybe when I
Like-
was in the army.
Thor would be jealous of his banhammer.
Yeah, well, Thor also has a little bit of pudge, and it's funny.
Yeah, that's true. But we also, wow, we also want to let you guys know there are a bunch of rewards in there. You can see some people were redeeming them during the show. They're in the bottom left-hand corner. We call them lag coins. Other channels call them points. You accumulate those over time, and you can actually contribute to the show real time. Just let us know. Sometimes we miss it, and if you put them all caps, or somebody like Soda will go, excuse me, they redeemed the Ewok song. So let's go ahead and do that. But we have those down there. Also, if you want to tip us, we haven't got one of those all stream except for Soda, but that doesn't count.
No.
He's rich.
It
He makes a
didn't
lot of
trigger
money.
any of the alerts either.
I
That's
don't
why
know
I was
how
doing it. I wanted to test it out.
it doesn't work. I don't know why. I went on Streamlabs. It does have an alert for it.
So
But
what's
it doesn't-
going on is teams. God,
You need to take a
confusing
look
work.
at that. Can we look at
Confusing
that
work.
Sunday?
Yeah, we can do that. So what's going on is Twitch has made some changes, not just with the biddies. I don't see biddies anymore. I think
They stole my biddies.
I think they're called cheers now, which is weird.
Mhm.
And
Well, they
yeah,
were still cheers. They were just biddies, but they took all my biddies away. So
Yeah, it's no longer called biddies. And that's one of the changes made, along with, and I think I forgot to include this in the topics, along with the fact that they changed the cut that Twitch takes whenever you donate. And well, that worked.
That one, that's a test. That was working. So that's the bits. The bits is still in Streamlabs.
Yeah, but I don't think it's on Twitch anymore. But yeah, they changed the cut that Twitch takes whenever you get your bits.
fuckers.
And they changed it for top streamers, and the top streamers are a little pissed about that. And there's more controversy that we'll talk about probably.
So we can't make money from bits anymore, or they're just called something else.
I think it's that they're called something else, which means that the API probably changed, and Streamlabs doesn't have a clue because they're stupid.
Which is a shock to nobody.
Oh, see,
So that worked. So the API didn't change. So what happened?
I
to
keep on
Soda's
getting
bit?
API pop-ups on my Firefox for Streamlabs, and every time I click on approve, it just crashes. It just like the window doesn't go anywhere. I don't know what it is, and I try to put on the pop-up blocker, and I put a pop-up blocker on it, and it's still every time I load up Firefox, it gets through my pop-up blocker because I think they change a number at the end, so that way it goes through every single time, and I can't get it to stop.
Probably because that plugin is no longer being supported by the developers on Firefox.
How did you get biddies?
Did they take them away from you?
I don't know. I can't find them anywhere, but Badger just threw biddies. Mine says cheers, and it's only $1.
Yeah, mine says cheers, and I can choose 1, 5, 10, 50, and 100.
When did you buy them?
I bought mine that one time we were messing with Hero, so 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Huh.
I
Go ahead. I had like 500 left.
So weird.
Blocking Twitch.
Now it means I got to redo the animation because all those bit logos are not count, and it says thank you for the bits. I have to redo that. You know, the more
The Badger
the more-
did it, so I'm
the more
confused.
I catch up on stuff, the more they change shit, so I can never catch up on anything. They changed the camera setup. They changed. I mean, Streamlabs changed the camera setup. Twitch fucks me and changes the bits, and I have 2 different bit rotations now. Now I have to switch those over to a new fucking code because they love to torture me. I'm never gonna play another video game again because they keep on changing shit, and it takes hours to fucking fix. Fuck all your fucking software. You guys fucking suck. There's a special place in hell. Go step on a goddamn Lego. It pisses me off, dude. All the work I put in there, I have 100 shots that I could possibly do. What the fuck? Did my Xbox sector on? I didn't tell you to turn on Xbox.
Oh
Thanks.
lordy.
I swear to God, I think my Xbox is haunted. Sometimes it'll turn on. One time it turned on randomly. There was like nothing on it.
Well, I
It
think
happened
what it
one-
is it's trying to let you know that it's about to give up the ghost, and every time it does, you're like, no, get back in there. You're not supposed to die yet. I don't use you enough.
It couldn't be any worse. I couldn't get to sleep last night after I saw this story really quick.
Uh-oh.
Great. So
Um,
now we don't get to sleep. Good to know.
Anyways, what Alexa? This guy was in a haunted house, and Alexa was calling the guy's name, Lee. He's like, he just finally said, "Who are you?" And he says, and the entity says Lilith, and Lilith is a demon from Hebrew lore, some sort of
She
thing.
was
I won't.
Adam's
The mother
first
of
wife.
demons, yeah.
That's a
Adam's
different
first wife.
story. Lilith is also there's two different stories with that. They said it was, but there's no biblical reference of her. I don't know. Anyway, this one's supposed to be a demon, just to perpetuate the story further. And it's like, what are you doing here? She's like, and like the Alexa says, "I'm gonna kill you." He. And then it's, "Who's your master?" And then like there's a pause and it says Satan. And it's like, "We're gonna kill you." He. He. I'm like, oh fuck, I'd be out of there so quick. I'd be like, no fucking way.
Oh lord.
But yeah, like that Lilith, like I read like so many things about Lilith. Like Lilith was Adam's first wife, and then I've heard Lilith was a demon, and I heard like, I don't know which story is true, depending on who you talk to, Oni. I have no idea.
It's really just based upon which, I don't want to say, well, really it's depends on which mythos you're following. Believe it or not, there are different denominations of Christianity that have her classed as something else.
The mother of demons.
Yeah, the mother of demons is the most common one that I've heard.
She'll be the main character in D4 too.
Yeah, also true. In fact,
And she's probably my
Actually-
baby's mother.
what?
Wow.
You also have to remember, when it comes to the Christian dogma, demons were angels. So
Yes, there
demons
is that
didn't
as well.
just show up. Demons were angels that basically were stripped of their heavenly powers and sent out of heaven. They were cast from heaven. They became demons. Some angels were said to have been sealed in certain rivers, which is
Yeah.
why the Euphrates is a huge deal, because there's
Yeah,
at least
there-
one fallen angel said to be sealed there.
Yeah, because
But
it's
yeah.
drying up.
I mean, they found a whole fucking city because the water hasn't been so low in years. I think this was,
Mhm.
I don't think it was the Euphrates, but it was somewhere in that region where
Mhm.
they rediscovered a city because the water levels had finally fallen to the point where they could unbury this city. So, yep.
They also,
Anyways.
I think somebody was filming something near the Euphrates River, and there was an empty chasm, and
That
they put the
surprised me.
camera down, and you can hear a voice, like very faint voice only, and then you heard chain rattling.
Duh.
I saw and heard it myself. I mean, they could have Foleyed it in. It could have been faked. That fucking freaked the shit out of me out. That freaked me out. I'm like, oh fuck. Like
Chieftain.
Wrong side of YouTube.
Chieftain.
TikTok. Worse. But someone was telling me that like a lot of the stuff happening now is where the things were happening end of days.
That's
There's a lot of stuff that
actually
correlates with that, but that's another
yeah.
story for another time.
Yep.
on
Let's
a
go into
different
Middle
train.
Earth here.
War, famine, all the good shit. Oh, look,
Yeah.
more war, famine, and all the good shit. Also, yesterday was Baggins Day, apparently.
Oh, it was?
Yep.
September 22nd is the day Tolkien says Bilbo and Frodo were born. Obviously not in the same year, but it's their birthday.
Uh-huh.
And so I enjoyed it by, well, being at work, but also enjoying my 11Z's, second breakfast, as if I eat the first breakfast anyways, and enjoying my cookies and tea. So
That's a good thing, a good way to celebrate.
I don't even eat that much, so that would be really hard for me.
You want some
I like
microwave
to nibble
cereal?
throughout the day, but
God, why can't anybody only said that?
what?
Nothing.
He wanted to make a very crude joke, but didn't think it was appropriate because you made the statement.
I do have brains.
Sometimes.
You just choose not to use it.
I used it then. See?
Anyways, so
Moving on.
It's not going well. The end.
yes,
Is there any good ratings anywhere, Hero? Because it seems like this is a reoccurring theme tonight. Every single show we've talked about tonight, Hulk, Andor, probably not going to be good. Rings of Power are low numbers. I think Oni was mentioning what's the other one? House of Dragons.
Jeffrey
So,
Dahmer.
House of Dragon's doing okay.
Yeah, House of Dragons is actually doing very well, despite the fact that people were saying that it was going to be woke. From everything that I have seen and heard, House of Dragons is far from it. They just have an absurd representation ratio, and nobody cares because the storytelling is good.
As it should. As it should.
And as far as this goes, this ties into the
I
same...
like boobies.
I mean, don't we all? But nobody cares about the dude that said it.
Right. Burn.
Anyways, this particular story actually also ties into the She-Hulk story, ties in with House of the Dragon. Actually, the article that was dropping the numbers that I read referenced Rings of Power, House of the Dragon, She-Hulk, and Miss Marvel. Which it all ties together in the fact that the numbers reveal that House of the Dragon is going to be doubling the ratings and viewing numbers of Rings of Power by the end of next week. Which is a massive embarrassment because Amazon tried to claim that they had 25 million viewers when it debuted on Amazon Prime, which is far and above what House of the Dragon debuted at, according to HBO. I don't really know what actual numbers are actually being given because the streamers are not revealing their numbers, but based off of trending analytics, the Nielsen numbers, the Samba TV numbers, it's all equating to an estimate of House of the Dragon debuted at around 10 million, 10.5 million, and Rings of Power probably debuted right around something similar to that. But the difference is that the Rings of Power dropped 2 episodes and House of the Dragon only dropped 1. And their premiere was public. So the viewing numbers was public because they dropped the initial episode for free on YouTube.
I think that's a smart move.
Yeah, it was definitely a great marketing stunt.
I think it's great because, I hate to use this analogy, but drug dealers always give the first sample for free, right?
Yes.
So, like that, using that model actually works pretty well for entertainment as well. Sometimes it works for video games as well. Like, oh, here's the first episode of The Wolf Among Us. Oh, you want the second episode? It's $9.99. Sometimes that works,
and that's not a bad trick. I'd say
I don't think so.
Not bad
Rick
marketing.
and Morty already did it when it won them with Tony.
Who's that?
Tony. Andy?
Yeah. I know, but what won a Tony?
Rick and Morty.
The first episode of season 3 of Rick and Morty, the one they dropped for free.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I didn't hear you say the first part.
Sorry.
But
okay.
nonetheless, I mean, ultimately the point leads around to Amazon hasn't said jack shit about their numbers ever since they dropped that. Hey, we hit 25 million viewers the first week.
That no one believed.
That nobody believed. I mean, the thing is I can.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
You're not going to get you're going to drop that sports reference Tear and Death and no one's going to understand it. But me and Soda, maybe.
Hey,
They dropped more balls than the Bears did since the early 90s.
85 Bears are still the best team ever.
Yeah, because
Super-
they had drop bears.
That was
Super
a
Bowl
really big
shuffle.
comparison.
But I would just
Got to play
I
the
would
Super Bowl
believe-
shuffle.
I would believe that
I'll look it up now.
figure, those numbers, just because it's Lord of the Rings, but they're not releasing actual metrics. They're not saying, oh, this equates to this many people, or this many minutes watched is what equals a view. This many episodes watched from this account equals this many views. You know, they're not really dropping real numbers. They're going by a metric of minutes watched or
Right.
whatever. They're not explaining how they're getting to that figure of 25 million viewers.
They're not even being honest about the reviews. So
They're not,
Why is
and-
anyone surprised?
What I've been alluding to all night long is about a day and a half ago, in real time, recorded by multiple YouTube channels, Amazon deleted all of their 1-star reviews.
Wow.
That
Can
would
we
be-
do
Restated
that?
'em.
And
Can we do that? I mean, can
right?
we like boost our stuff by 10 million views? Can we do that? Oh, we don't have any clout because
Right.
we actually have talented people. My bad. Sorry.
And here's the other thing. If you're telling me that you had 25 million viewers during the premiere, how come you only have 15,000 reviews? That is,
You
oh
got
my
an ad
god.
for Lord of the Rings. That's hilarious.
Oh my
Big F
god,
in the
I feel
chat.
so bad.
Big F
but,
in the chat.
F in the chat.
What gets me is you have 25 million viewers or 25 million views, and then you only have 15,000 reviews. By the way, 5,000 of those just got deleted because 5,000 of those reviews was 1-star reviews. By the way, they got caught red-handed and the internet called them the fuck out. So they turned around
Wow.
and reinstated them.
Multiple times. This isn't even the first time. Like, no one's surprised. What on earth was that?
The Super Bowl shuffle. Hell yeah!
What was this, like, from the 80s?
85 Bears, baby. Greatest video ever made.
This shit is 37 years old. You
It's
realize
Jim
that,
McMahon,
right?
the quarterback.
Yeah, see, Death knows. He's from Chicago. I mean, Illinois, around there.
Well, yeah, he is from around there. That's
Walter Payton, baby.
It's Walter Payton. Sweetness, man.
Dude, this thing was like the shit back in the 80s.
This was before they even got to the Super Bowl. They did this song.
Did they win the
Sorry,
Super Bowl that
Ghost.
year?
Yes,
did.
they did. I
sorry,
don't think they lost a game that year.
Oh, they had to.
They had the refrigerator.
Yeah, he was on the drums.
McMahon.
75, right?
Well, I mean, you can't miss him. He's like 400 pounds. Michael Singletary.
Oh my god, he's got the BCGs! Holy shit! I love it!
I got to meet
Ghost,
him,
you-
actually.
that just means you have no taste.
Alright.
It means birth control glasses.
Yes.
It's still funny, but
It's hilarious, dude.
It's
so
cheesy,
bad.
but
there
it's-
he is. That's the fridge in the back, 75.
no, he's too small.
No, that's him. 75. He's not
No.
wearing pads.
Yeah, but he's still like 350. McMahon.
Oh, there he is.
You know-
72. Sorry, there he is. The fridge is 72.
I appreciate the style in
Yep,
this,
that's
even though
him.
This is not my thing. It's got style. I would be curious to see where these gentlemen are nowadays. I mean, I'm sure some of them are probably not with us. I'm sure shit has happened, but
Singletary still does a lot for people. I talked to him about last year, I think.
oh,
Walter Payton's dead. They named an award after him. The Walter Payton Award.
Yeah, a lot. I don't know what happened to Peyton. You sure he did?
Dear God.
It's so bad.
But it's just like something you're never gonna forget if you grew up in
No.
that time period. Like, especially if you're a Bear fan, which, you know, my family is, so.
you know, I'd want to know how much they spent on this because they probably made bank back.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I believe it was a CD single.
Ghost is begging for mercy, but it's just showing the fact that he doesn't have good taste. Alright.
Greatest thing ever.
They won in 85.
Yep.
The
85.
Super Bowl, and it wasn't even fucking close.
No.
Oh.
They were that
Oh.
good. They were
They
that
were-
good.
Yeah, they were very good.
So I'm guessing
then in
some
eight-
folks like probably were like, "Oh my gosh, they have enough time to do this. They could be training," and then they probably went against the Bears, and they're like,
15-1. They lost one game there.
"What?
Yeah, they lost.
What?
Yeah.
15?
15-1.
15-1.
The all-time record is the Miami Dolphins. They had
Yeah.
an undefeated season.
I
The
think
only ones
they
that
lost. Why would they lose to 85 Bears?
The only ones that came close were the New England Patriots, and the Giants
Yes.
beat them in the Super Bowl.
They lost to the Dolphins. Go figure. Yeah, that's what I thought.
They
I
lost to the
remember.
Dolphins,
Yeah.
and then they lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl. And then in
So out of
86,
my depth here.
86, the Giants won the Super Bowl after the Bears did, with a backup quarterback.
Damn.
We just lost like all our viewers from that. I don't care.
It was
That
funny.
was worth it. That was worth it. Our average is going to be like 7 tonight.
Still, it's a lot more than we
Ugh.
started with."
Shoot, I
Well,
didn't.
Well, you got two Illinoisans in here, so.
Yeah.
two.
Illinoisans.
Illinoisans.
Annoying. Ugh.
Me and Death are
Excuse me.
both from Illinois. I'm technically
terribly
from
sorry.
Iowa. Technically born in Iowa, but
I spent quite a long time in Illinois myself.
El Diablo.
Did you get in the beta?
Sponsored by the I didn't.
Wow. No, Badger, you didn't do that to me. God damn. This is what I
Badger
think.
did not do that to you.
She did. She
No,
did.
she did not.
Badger.
Oh, was that you?
That was me.
Oh, you cock. What a cock.
That's why I've been letting it go all night long, just waiting for this moment.
Oh wow.
And with that, I retired. It's nice knowing everybody.
I just dropped a grumpy on soda.
That's
Drop
okay.
the
You can do
grumpy.
that with the Astros. Don't do it with the Rockets, because I will drive down to Florida and find you.
I might just do that just to get you out of the house.
Gay.
Who are the Rockets?
Mhm.
Basketball team in Houston.
Okay.
My
Okay.
favorite.
Is it because they have a bigger ball than football?
They have a lot of balls. All right, so let's get centered here.
Are you in the beta? Are you in the
I don't
beta?
know. I hope so.
They haven't told you yet?
No, the emails are going out for those of y'all who care. You should get an email by November 18th to let you know if you're in the beta. Then the way the Diablo's always done their beta, they basically give you a full character. They will up the drop rates to like 10,000, so basically you get all the gear so you can test everything. They're only going to put content. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 zones, including a PvP zone. I don't know why they keep trying to put PvP in Diablo. It's just stupid.
It's never gone anywhere except for when they like had the option in what was it, Diablo 2?
They had to put it in Diablo 3 because they put it in their marketing, and then they didn't put it in, and they were going to get sued. So they put some cheesy shit in there. So
I was gonna say the last time I seen PvP that was worth shit was, I think, Diablo 2, and it really
Diablo 2 was like open world PvP though. Like you could jump in a game and hunt somebody down if you wanted to. So
yeah.
All right, so it will be
PC.
PC.
Like how, I'm sorry, didn't mean to run you over, but it's kind of like how Elden Ring does it, and
yeah,
the FromSoft games do it, where you just jump into a random game and you're like, oh hey, look, there's the guy that's trying to play the game and trying to fight this really hard boss.
Right,
Dang.
but also if you died, you lost all your shit. So
yeah,
but the beta will be on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. So make sure you go and apply. You can see. I think you just go to BattleNet and sign up on there. You can expect to receive your invite by November 18th, which is good news. And if Nova doesn't get in, he's going to kill me. Cause basically what they're doing is taking everybody who has a lot of time in Diablo 3 in-game. So, which I have thousands of hours. just this season. Just this season, I think I played 200 hours already. So,
look, just to put it into perspective, when I went and looked at Soda's profile when I was playing Diablo 3 alongside him, my screen that had his character card on it lagged when it tried to view his playtime.
it's a lot,
Wow.
and they didn't even put the first probably 2 or 3 years in there. So, but this is good news because we've been waiting for an exact date. We knew it was probably going to be October, November, but now it is confirmed. So.
November
and
18th.
hopefully, yeah, November 18th. So hopefully, if me and Nova and maybe Death gets in, we can do some streaming on it, on Lagging Out, which will be cool.
Aren't they going to have restrictions on streaming the content early on? Or are they past that point?
I don't think they'll care on that. We'll have to see because
November 18th is a Friday, and if you want to do a special streaming instead of the live podcast, we will do that.
Maybe we can do.
You might
both.
want to make that a vote.
Yeah, that's fine. We could talk about it Sunday.
Yeah.
Anytime I can get out of work is fine.
Right. So hopefully, if Death gets in, Nova. I don't know, Hero. Did you apply?
I have not applied. I don't want to promise time that I have no projected idea of whether or not I'll have.
So if we have any other. Go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Oni, but November 18th is when we do the tri-bars, right? And we drop it on that Friday as well. Right? I think she has it written down.
I wouldn't be surprised.
If not, I got to change all the banners.
Here we go. Game of the year. I don't wait.
But the actual game is still not coming out till next year sometime.
Yes. Friday 18th, Tri-Bar drop.
All right. So, guys, the Tri-Bar Gaming Awards, this is our own version of the awards that actually have more credence than any other award show that's ever created by mankind because we're not bought out by anyone. So, remember, Diablo 4 and the Tri-Bar Gaming Awards are both releasing the same day. This is huge news. Two big things happening in one day.
Right? We should get hopefully we get our emails before November, before that fucking day. So I assume they'll probably do it 2 or 3 weeks earlier. So
yeah.
So
they already teased us once. I got one from Blizzard saying, "Congratulations! Oh, come see this. Not like you motherfuckers." So
see, when I get emails from video game companies and I see congratulations, I get excited because I think I'm getting an interview. And then I see it's like, congratulations, we released a new. I go, I don't give a shit what you released.
Yeah, right. But yeah, me and Nova, I know Nova's been like just dying waiting for it. So I'm not so big. I don't really care to beta games, but I do want to try it out. So
There you go.
hope you want
And
to
I know
sign
you
up.
guys are really excited about it. Yeah.
Go to Battle.net and sign up.
Awesome. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, Soda. I almost called you Nova.
Mm,
You can never call
Yep.
him by his real
So-
name.
Out of curiosity,
Alright.
did you see any of the news leaks about Diablo 4?
I don't really pay much attention because it's like everything. People do it just to get views on YouTube. So
Nah. Well, I
What are you
think
talking about, Tyrion Death? Go
I
ahead.
think the only stuff that I've seen as far as leaks for it is that there was gameplay footage probably about 20 minutes of gameplay footage, alpha footage leaked for it.
no, I saw that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't really seem like anything new to me because I mean,
The big concern
Pretty-
on my end is trading. Can we trade? Because I will be pissed if we can't trade. So
yeah.
I know some items are going to be untradeable, but in general,
Sorry.
they're just not going to put the auction house. I know the auction house is not going to be there. So
It's never coming back, right?
yeah, probably not.
But
Be a good
I
idea if
think
they didn't.
I think that the leaks are pretty generic anyways because it honestly it just looked like traditional Diablo.
I mean, the developers put out stuff, quite often, so it's not like they're hiding
Yeah.
anything. The skill tree is going to be crazy. Paragons are going to be there. They're changed the name to Greater Rifts to, I think, Hell Rifts or something. I mean, they're just doing the same shit, just changing it a little bit. So.
Well, I hope there's a lot more new than old in there because I'd hate to be playing basically the same damn game.
Well, it's open world. That's bonus. You have them out, cosmetics, so you can make shit look whatever like you want. We'll just have to see. So I'm kind of
Don't
interested.
disappoint Soda. Don't do it.
Please. We've been waiting, how long? 10 years?
Because really,
Plus-
if it ends up being the same game with a little bit of a facelift, I'll probably play the campaign just to get the story and then be like, yeah, I'm done. I got bored of this shit last time.
Well, that's the only thing you get to beta test, though, is the end game. So you won't get to do the story.
Ah.
Interesting take.
Yeah, it'll be in game only. So
Well, I mean, that's kind of I understand why they wouldn't put.
I mean, they did that with
anything out
Diablo
there.
3, and then basically every time you killed something, it dropped good shit, so you can test it all out. So.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question regarding Diablo 3.
Mm-hmm.
Was the ending kind of anticlimactic?
Let me remember what the hell happened.
You kill
fight
the Angel
Diablo.
of Death. You fight
We kill-
Diablo at the end of the original
Not
campaign.
Reaper of Souls.
Yeah,
This
well,
is
I mean,
like this. I'm just talking base game Diablo 3, not Reaper of Souls.
okay.
I don't know if they put Matt. I think Mathio came out before
No,
Reaper.
he didn't.
So, no, you
Malthael
sure?
did not. He did not. He was part of Reaper of Souls.
Mm,
He was the whole reason of Reaper of Souls. He eats the World Stone or whatever the hell it is.
Soulstone, World
Yeah,
Stone.
Because if I
eats the-
remember,
A
the final
gallstone?
boss of Diablo 3 base game was Diablo.
Right.
yeah,
And I just-
correct.
So Diablo is the final boss of Diablo 3, but the way that he comes about kind of it's a story driven element.
No, I know. It's because the woman that you're trying to escort actually gets possessed, and then you have to kill her, and then Diablo
Yep.
emerges from her. I remember because I did play it. I just didn't
Oh.
like it.
Yeah, the story it made me mad, but I mean it was a story hook. And
Well, Jay Wilson did all that shit on purpose. Fucking dick.
really?
Yeah, he hated the guy who created 2. Well, he created 1 and 2. That's why he killed off Deckard Cain. That's why he did all that bullshit. So,
That
You
explains a
didn't
lot.
kill me,
yeah.
hero. You didn't kill me in the game. I still live. Diablo lives.
But you don't have to touch the
Wow.
story anymore. Like, you don't even touch the fucking story anymore.
Yeah, like
Nope.
playing Diablo 3 is after you beat the story once, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go and do all this stuff, and you can make new characters, and don't
I didn't
have
even
to
do
go
any of
through
that
the-
shit. I just never touched it again.
They didn't have it back when you were playing. So they
No,
didn't have
well,
Paragon levels. Once you hit max level, you just didn't nothing but try to get gear. Now at
no,
least you get
Reaper
Paragon
Souls-
levels, so
Reaper Souls had come out, but I bought it on a console and I didn't care because it didn't grasp my intrigue. It just
Hmm.
was there. Now I understand. Yes, Reaper Souls did fix a lot of things. They actually added more fun elements to Diablo, but unfortunately, base game Diablo 3 just did not,
no.
And that's
Didn't
that's
impress me.
understandable.
especially.
And
because- sorry.
I was just gonna say, once they took the auction out, most players, didn't have a reason to play. So,
I mean, the
We
auction
played
house
to
had a
make
lot of
money.
issues.
well, we played to make money, Like,
Give us some fucking money.
yeah, exactly.
I
Pay for-
actually didn't know that the auction house, when I got the game, I don't think they actually had the real money auction house on it at the time.
It only lasted, I'd say, maybe a year or two.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably because lawsuits
I-
and shit.
I beat
Well-
the game, honestly, when I got the game while I was in the army. I beat the game,
Shut the fuck up!
and then I was like, okay, well, no reason to play it anymore now. And then I moved
Yeah.
on with my life.
It was from the start, and I don't know how long it lasted.
Honestly, I only had the game for a few months. so
I
not
can say
even
I made a
2 months.
shit ton of money, so like I said, I didn't care because at that time
Give
I
us some
had
fucking money.
no fucking life, and I sat there and made money all day. So
But I think also it's that Diablo 3, when Diablo 2 was released to such critical acclaim, Diablo 3 had such big shoes to fill,
it did.
and a lot of time had passed already, so that it was under a lot of pressure. And
Well, the whole
So-
point of Diablo 2, you went and farmed bosses. That's where you got the best loot. And instead of taking something that worked into 3, they didn't. Bosses were a waste of fucking time. Like, it didn't make any
Yeah, they
sense
kinda-
to anybody.
they were kind of just there. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
suddenly I'm fighting a boss at the end of all this. Like, okay.
They had no loot
Huh.
tables. Like, Diablo 2 still has boss loot tables. That's the best place to go farm still. So, which is weird because Diablo 2 has got just as many players as Diablo 3. So.
But
Well, it
still,
means it's got
which is
staying
funny.
power.
Well, they
Well, I think
remade
they-
it. Diablo 2 Resurrected is what they call it. So.
Oh yeah.
Did
I
it
couldn't get
go
into it.
well?
Yeah, I
Actually,
mean,
yeah.
it did, but I can't do it. I put too many hours in it back in the day, and it's just kind of old and clunky.
Cow level,
Like-
though.
That
Cal level in 3. That means we're going too long. Okay.
yeah. Duh, my fault.
Sorry, I got to
I
talk.
found it
No,
interesting.
No, yeah, it's fine, but I think Oni is kind of like she looks exhausted.
Yeah,
So,
true.
I want to kind of like perpetuate so that way she can get some sleep tonight.
No, I
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
food first.
Well, food. She's probably getting hangry. So, just letting you guys know that we're almost at 7,000. I think we only need 3 more subscribers on youtube.com/lagginout. We hit 7,000. That'll be fucking amazing. I don't know. I'll just jump for joy and be
Do it.
grateful. Do it now. And the last thing
Juicy
is
choppa.
get to the chopper. Do it now. But it's coming up. The most boring segment.
I think you need to lessen that counter.
No, I'm making it longer next time.
Why?
Camper.
Because I have to reanimate everything and do it, rebuild the entire thing.
Oh.
I'm not. I'll do that at the end of the year. I have a list of shit that I need to do.
Keep
Shortening
adding
that
keep-
would be What's
you
that?
keep adding stuff to the end of the year, you'll end up having a full year's worth of work to do in less than a month.
I don't. The only reason why I do that, Hero, is because I don't have time to do it now. All my
Fair.
certifications for school, all the graphics, the T-shirt stuff, the website, the pitch deck, everything has to be done because I don't have time to do it now. I just don't. There's not enough hours in the day, and I don't want to burn myself out. Otherwise, Oni will get mad at me for burning myself out again.
I think we all would.
So I'm just trying to take my time. Literally, it'll take like a half a day to do that, and I'm fine, and it'll be all good to go. But yeah, Camper's Corner brought to you by your mom. I don't know what it's brought to you by, but whatever. But the trivia question for this week is, which host on Lagging Out was cut from every team in high school?
Gonna go with you.
Where is the thinking music? There it is. Chieftain's Campers Corner. Brought to you by the New York Yankees. This is the way. Oh yeah, that's right.
I couldn't bring myself to troll you on that one.
Oh my god. You couldn't have put a turd on that one?
No, we're gonna put another ring on that one.
A cock ring.
That's what I was going to say.
Jesus.
Thank you, Oni.
Well, everyone's saying me in the chat. Fuck you, chat. That's all I have to
They
say.
said me first, but
I'm just kidding.
my name
There
came
it
up
is.
first. Can you see that? Look.
And I'm going to talk about a game that no one ever talks about except in a negative term.
Call of Duty.
Because one of my friends, yes, that is correct, Call of Duty. So, speaking of open betas, there is one right now, and I was actually watching one of our friends, Braided Bandit. If everyone doesn't know who Braided Bandit is,
Shame
you guys
on you.
should know. What's that?
I said, shame on you if you don't know who she is.
Yeah, she's a grinder. She grinds on Apex all the time, and she was playing the Call of Duty beta yesterday. So I said, what the hell? I'll wear the shirt. Figured I'd talk about it. And I was watching the game, and I was getting visibly annoyed.
Really?
Visibly and audibly annoyed. And I'll tell you why. I was watching the game, getting ready stuff for the show tonight, and this was yesterday. And I type in the chat, I'm like, who are those guys you're playing with? They're fucking whining and complaining all the time.
Oh,
Knowing
damn.
that I do that all the time when I used to play Call of Duty. I go, they're complaining about everything. He's like, yeah, Chief, these guys are pro Apex players and da 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 da. I go, then they should know more than anyone else, it's a fucking beta. It's broken. They're complaining about it literally the whole time on our chat. And I'm like, you guys are fucking garbage human beings. Why are you complaining so much? The game is broken. It's called a beta and not an alpha for a fucking reason. The shit is broke. I was watching the game and I didn't see anything broke with it. It was a typical Call of Duty game. Guys spawn behind you. Guys camping in corners. The same bullshit in Call of Duty that's been Call of Duty for the last 30 fucking years. It's the same problems over and over. And these squeakers, and I call everyone younger than me is a fucking squeaker that plays this game.
Squeaky.
And they fucking complain about, there's a camper here. There's a camper. No shit. It's Call of Duty. You're going to get campers. It happens. You know what you do? You go behind them, you stab them in the balls, and then you teabag them, record it, and put it on YouTube, and publicly shame the motherfuckers.
And then
That's
move
what you
on
do
with
with
your life.
campers. What's that?
And then move on with your life.
Right. The original title of my segment, Camper's Corner, was to exploit these before mentioned people for being campers. I would go and I'd record it. No shit. This is where the name came from. So this might be a trivia question later. So listen up. Camper's Corner was all about exploiting campers. I recorded the motherfuckers and then I ripped on them, told them I'm going to rip on them on the show, and they would fucking troll the YouTube channel saying, oh, you were fucking garbage. I go, well, you were fucking hiding in corners and no one likes you and you have no friends. So I would exploit a camper every week for playing like a bitch. That's where Camper's Corner came from. It came from Call of Duty. So they have the nerve to fucking complain. I'm like, that's how the game, they refuse to change. That's why I stopped playing. It's like, because they refused. But now I had two of my friends, two of my original 5 squad members saying, are you going to go on Call of Duty? And I'm just like, do I want to have high blood pressure? Do I want this to fucking happen? I go, I don't know yet. I'll have to think about it. I'll get back to you.
Call of Duty's like that abusive ex. Just keep going back.
You keep on going back because it's so good. It's all good to get that plus 20 game, but you have to play 30 other games to go negative.
And then also have blood pressure resulting in a stroke.
Mm-hmm. Right.
My blood pressure medicine works.
Here's some of the gameplay. You guys tell me if it looks like shit. This is from MK Ice and Fire, by the way.
Look good.
It actually does look good. Yeah, that tree does look good.
Holy
That's the game type I play. It is very fast.
Gameplay for it's always been fast.
Maybe I'm used to slower running speeds. I don't know.
Everything's in focus.
Doesn't really add to the visual quality.
That car looks weird.
Yeah. But again, I mean, to be fair, it is a beta, so you can't exactly dog on it that hard.
No.
I mean, personally, I would be more like, how are the physics working? I understand that Battlefield and Call of Duty have different styles of the way bullet drop compensation works.
There is no bullet drop in this game.
Yeah, there's no bullet drop in Call of Duty. There is.
That's my point. So if that's standard, then I would have to base it off that standard. Because this is not really my type of game, but as long as I'm not like falling through the floor, clipping through walls, falling in places where I can like sneak a shot between like a pixel of barrel, you know, I think that would basically be considered working. You know,
this guy is fucking beast though. This is core. Go ahead.
Or maybe seeing with some of the perks, you know, when you get a kill streak, seeing which ones might be a little too OP for the rate that you get it for, you know, that'd be the kind of stuff I would certainly take notes. But I mean, as some casual non-Call of Duty player, I mean, it looks like a standard first-person shooter.
I'd say if this is since this is a one, it's a beta, so I understand the things like the visual imperfections that we're seeing right now are most likely going to be fixed when the actual game drops. But
Should be.
Keeping that in mind, what it looks like is they imported the original gameplay assets and they were mostly focusing on the gameplay itself before they address the visual. That's what it's looking like right now. So the cars look off. That tree that we had dropped by looks off. You know, some of the effects don't look great, but overall right now the world does look polished. So I think right now they're on the right track. There's a lot of excitement for this game. There's a lot of people that I talk to that are gamers, and they're all about Call of Duty and excited about it.
They're excited because it's a remake of the original Modern Warfare 2 that came out in the 2000s. So it's called Modern Warfare 2, like the other ones were called Modern Warfare 2. But this is there's two types of game types, Oni. There is core and then there's hardcore. Core, you have the box map in the top left hand corner there. You see, you can see where the hardcore. You don't have a map. Yeah, hardcore. You don't have a map unless you get 3 kills in a row and you get a UAV, and then you can see everybody. And it's easier to kill people in Call of Duty, but it's also easier to be killed. In core, it takes a lot more rounds. Like, people are literally bullet sponges in the core version. So this guy was dropping guys in like 3 bullets. Usually it takes me like a half a clip to drop a guy in core. But he's obviously a better shot than me. I'm probably a lot faster than him, but he's a better shot. Because I always tell people when I play, I am the fastest person to ever play this game. I'm the fastest. There's no one faster than me. And it's like, it pisses everybody off. It's just, I don't tell them that my aim is shit. But I'm fast. I was fast. I don't play it anymore, but you get...
What she said.
Yep. So, I mean, I don't know. I was watching it and I was pretty excited about it. I thought it looked pretty cool, but then I might just forget about it. I don't know. Game type, domination. You have to capture points. You capture 2 to 3 points. Let them spawn at 1 point and spawn kill them the rest of the time. That's the goal. Have half your team grab B. You either stay back on C and A. You let them spawn on the one that you don't have, and then you just kill them the whole time. That's basically what domination is. You just there's 3 flags there. I think 2 rounds or 3 rounds depending on how they change the game. But it's an objective-based game, Oni. It's not deathmatch where you have 2 teams that just kill each other. So anything that has objectives, I like to play. I like domination, demolition. Demolition is like setting a bomb in your enemy, like you have an offense and a defense, and then you switch sides, and then the defense becomes the offense, and vice versa. That's another objective type of game. So they have different games, but no one plays these anymore. No one plays the objective-based games. They're playing battle royales. So like these game type.
Fuck that.
I'm fucking sick of those games, anyways.
It's becoming like redundant because every company does it. So you get kind of sick of it. So I'm glad that like the beta and everybody is showing the deathmatch and the game type. I'm hoping that Royale is just gonna fucking die a miserable short death.
I agree.
I'm gonna go back to this, but that's all I have.
Personally agree with you on that exact point, Chieftain, because I've never liked Battle Royale. I've always thought it was stupid.
Ghost, fuck your noob tube, buddy. You in my noob tube, and I find you, I'm teabagging your ass. That's all there is to it. Fuck your noob tube, buddy. Go ahead.
Hello.
That's a grenade launcher, Oni.
What I would say is that before they switched to the Battle Royale, they definitely were freaking beating a dead horse with all the death match, the King of the Hill, the whatever. It was all the same shit repeated game after game after game after game until Battle Royale took the scene. Well, now we're just seeing a rehash of the same thing. It's just with Battle Royale. So I wonder.
Yeah.
I just wonder is they're just making what's making money, but
I mean that's like with any other fad.
Are they going
games,
to? Are they going to reinvent the wheel with new Call of Duties? Are they going to?
Like people.
That's where they started jacking up when they started putting super jumps and all that shit in there.
Are they going to
tradition?
Are they going to go and take all the original game types from all the previous Call of Duties and add in Battle Royale and be like, here, have a choice? Like, that's what I'm wondering. And I think that'd probably be the best idea, is to put every game type available in the multiplayer, and then whoever wants to play whatever they want to play. If they want to play deathmatch, cool. If they want to play what's the other one you were talking about? The objective
Domination.
games.
Domination. Yeah.
Demolition, Domination, King
Almost
of the Hill,
Sabian.
Secure the Zone, whatever.
Search
the fuck
and
they wanna
Destroy.
call it. Search and Destroy. Like they've got
Kill and
all.
confirm. Kill and confirm. You kill somebody and then you grab their dog tags.
Yep. Are they going to return to the old types, make them all available, and then include Battle Royale? Best of all worlds, have your cake and eat it. You want to play Battle Royale? Go play Battle Royale. You want to play Deathmatch? Go play Deathmatch.
South Park. South Park got a battle royale? What?
They did?
I don't remember.
So yeah, there's that. I just want a really quick drop on that. I don't know if I'll make a comeback or not, but I know there's a former. It's kind of funny because another buddy of mine happens to be a professor as well of political science. And we would play all the time, and we agreed on almost everything. But he's like, "Hey, Chief, are you going to be playing that?" I go, "I don't know yet." And then Draco, one of my old friends, wanted to play. He's a Marine, fellow Marine, Oni. You'd get along with him famously. He's a little bit older than me, but I think you've met him before. He's kind of a badass. He's a Star Wars nut. So like that's why we get along. He's the guy who created the giant Millennium Falcon. Really nice guy. He actually invited me to his wedding. I never met him face to face, but he invited me to his wedding.
That's sweet.
But yeah, and I couldn't make it. And then also Draco invited me to his wedding, and I never met him face to face. I met all these people on Xbox. It's nuts. Like the community, they like you hear like the toxicity of Call of Duty lobbies. Like I got invited to 2 weddings from people I met on Call of Duty. I met my girlfriend on Black Ops. So that was
yeah,
nuts.
but you were a real Chad with that one.
I was, but it worked.
Hey.
The line I said is like, you ever break up with this guy, give me a call. And she did. She cheated on him. I didn't know what she looked like. I didn't care because it was so easy to talk to her. That is like, I like that. It's like, you know what? I don't care. I'm okay with whatever she looks like. And then like, I get this picture. She's a 5'7" blonde and like, you know, stacked, you know, like the whole stereotypical, like pretty girl. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like,
and then
that
you met
took
her
me aback.
personality and you're like, holy shit, she's
Bonus,
epic.
right?
She's the deal.
Yep. Like every woman, she's a little nutty that I've ever met. Any girl that I ever dated is a little nutty. And it's a good nutty. She's just being careful. But I have to get like she switches jobs, like she switches underwear like literally every day. But she works in healthcare, so it's kind of like a fluctuating market. Like, oh, I can get better benefits here, and she leaves and goes there. But yeah, she's got 2 dogs. She's got 2 killer canines, not killer, but they're not killer. But they are German Shepherds, 2 German Shepherds. One's called, you'll like this, one's called Maverick after the movie, and one's called MacGyver after the TV show.
I love it.
Yeah. So if I ever get her on the show, it's like,
Doggies.
she's going to be very enigmatic. She might come on and then just flat out just leave for no,
Fair.
like, yeah. And I'm like,
That's fair.
if it gets too much, she just leaves. And I get it. That's not really dealing with people she doesn't know. She feels uncomfortable. I get it. And I'm kind of overpowering with my personality as well. But believe it or not, when we talk on the phone, she's talking more than I am. I'm like, yeah, yeah, Am I frozen?
You are.
Mm-hmm.
For how long?
I think for like the last minute and a half.
All right.
Anyways.
Let me see if I can fix that. Not that it matters. Because we're gonna. Ooh. Is it? Oh. Is everybody frozen? Or just me?
I think it's
Just you.
Oh, cool. Okay. And
a little
hold
late in
on.
the game for that, don't you think?
yeah, I'm gonna just put my face up there, but hold on. Oh shit. Okay.
What would you like, sir?
These nudes.
I guess he wants anime of some sort.
Oh look, it works now. Yay, he's
Yeah,
back.
I figured I had to fix it a lot faster now.
Oh yeah.
See what I
What
got
did you
for
do?
you.
Turn it off and back on.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So I think not. Oh wow, the slides aren't working. Oh no, they are working. I have them. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Slideshow. Go. Okay. I just use the keys.
No. Shit's
That's
exposed.
what you wanted.
Be careful what you wish for.
Oh. Okay. So the answer to the trivia question. Sure, it wasn't Hero. I think someone was trolling somebody. The answer was me. I got cut from 2 sports, volleyball and bowling. So
And
that was-
Ghost, for your information, I was pro in 2 sports, so there you go.
Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. We have the reaction video of The Watchers Part 2 coming up. That's this one right here. So be sure to check that out. It's our latest on our playlist, so go check that out. It's getting interesting. It's very creepy. I like it. And of course, as always,
Give us some fucking money.
if you scan that thing in there, it helps us contribute to the stream and or studio. Helps us get equipment if we need it, and if we get to the point where we make enough money during the week or during the year or during the month or during a stream, we'll do a giveaway. We don't like doing a lot of giveaways here because we want you guys to come to see the content, not for the free shit. Understandable, right? So that's all we have. Does anyone else have anything else before we go? That's a no?
I agree.
Thank you so much for stopping by to Lagging Out Live. Again, I am Chieftain. To my right is Blacklight Oni. Behind me, I mean below me, giggity, is Hero the IT guy. Bottom right hand corner is Soda Pop with a gender identity problem, obviously, because changing his avatar. We're Lagging Out. We are going to be rating one of Soda's favorite streamers, Becky Likes Plants.
Sweet.
Let her know she said hello. What's that?
Beck likes plants.
Beck Likes Plants, yep. So this is on behalf of Lagging Out Live. This is Chieftain signing off and lagging out. I'm going to be rating her. Make sure you let them know. You send her some love. She's doing some face painting and everything. Very awesome.
Fancy.
And singing. She's a fucking good singer.
Have a good night, guys.
Night, everyone.